I've become a magic-wielding vampire, using spells and weapons to take on bosses whose only job is to keep me from gaining power in the land of Vardaron. Don't feel bad for them, they hurt a lot more than I do. In my playthrough of V Rising, I'll be building a castle, fighting tough enemies and taking their loots, and getting burned by the sun almost as bad as I do in real life. Oh, the sun. Oh god, that hurts so much. Okay. How far will I make it? Let's find out, and I played 100 Nights of V Rising. Vampires once ruled the land of Vardaron, but humans rose up to push them out. We laid in wait for century upon century, biding our time for the perfect moment to retake what is ours. I made my character, opting for the most skeleton-like head plus beard. I was immediately tasked with collecting 30 bones after leaving the crypt, so I began my search for them. Just outside was a bunch of skeletons, so I politely asked for their bones to complete the quest. Can be consumed to gain a small amount of blood, alters your blood type to frailed. Alright, rats or snacks?
Yet another accomplishment.
Open the inventory, craft a bone sword and a bone ring. That's beautiful. After slaying a few more skeletons with my new weapon, I learned some new spells. There you go.
Recognize my
Another new
power.
spell slot. Counter enemy attacks using blood rights and find a way out of the graveyard. How does this work? Block melee and projectile attacks for 1.5 seconds. Blocking an attack triggers a blood nova that pushes enemies away and deals 80% magic damage and inflicting leech. Oh, nice. I continued wandering around the area to get used to the combat, collecting more bones along the way, which will prove useful soon. I left when I felt good about things, choosing which part of the map I'd start in. Completing that quest unlocked the recipes for the Bone Guard armor sets, but I couldn't complete the whole thing without some rugged hide. There were some wolves nearby, which would help with this problem. What is this feed? Drinking blood. Creature 6%. Feed from a living creature. Nice. I now have 3 to 15% increased movement speed. Feed alters your blood type and blood quality. Okay, so the higher the quality, the more stats you get, and it looks like the blood type specifically will designate what skills pop up here, what abilities or enhancements pop up here. That is, we'll get the whole armor sets. Now that I had the entire armor set made, I was rewarded with the blueprints for bone axes and maces. These help with wood from trees and stone from rocks respectively, so crafting and using them is absolutely necessary. I use them to do just that, and after slaying a few more living beings which grants me blood essence, I unlocked the Castle Heart. The Castle Heart specifically allows me to lay claim to a plot of land where I'm able to build freely for my own means. I explored around the area for a place to call home, and on my way I found an encampment of humans that taught me a couple of things. Oh! Stay in the shadow. You can use Blood Mend to convert blood into health. Hold left control. Blood Mend. Well, I just used a Vermin Salve, so I don't need to worry about that right now. I was feeling pressure from the fact that the sun does immense damage, so I settled in an area close by to make a base. I had to clear the land of trees and stone in order to build much of anything, so I got to it. Soon enough, I had space to place down floors and walls, opting to also place a door. I learned a few more things, so I placed them down. A coffin which acts as a respawn point, a mist brazier which uses bones to put up a mist shroud to protect the surrounding area from the sun, and a few chests after chopping down some trees for my first bit of storage to empty my inventory. Completing this quest taught me how to make a sawmill, my first bit of refinement. This will prove incredibly important to be able to craft stronger gear. I began deforesting the nearby area to feed wood to the sawmill to make planks, which I already need a bunch of. First, I used 8 planks to make a workbench, which allows me to craft all sorts of new gear, and using this workbench, I used rugged hide I already earned earlier to level up my entire armor set. Second, I needed planks to make a reinforced bone weapon. I could have upgraded my sword, but as soon as I saw that spears are an option, I went for that. I made a regular old bone spear, then reinforced it using planks and stone. The third and final thing for now is an upgraded bone ring, which I needed more blood essence for, so I took out a nearby bear. Just like that, my gear level is 20, which opens up the door to fighting bosses. Taking out bosses in this game is vital, as they are the keepers of all sorts of knowledge, all the way from new refinement tables to new weapons and spells. The first of these bosses is named Alpha the White Wolf. Being a vampire, I'm apparently able to track it down by the scent of its blood, so I marked the boss and let the scent lead me right to it. As I entered the wolf den, the fight began. Let's do this thing. Don't call in friends. If I can't call in friends, you can't. Ow. We dropped health orbs. That's useful. Come here. Oh, we got him. Hold to extract blood. The first V-blood down. Defeating Alpha taught me how to transform into a wolf myself, which is very useful for moving around the map a lot faster. I also gained a couple of achievements here, a nice bonus. The next mission objective I had was to defeat more of these bosses, so I went straight home to prepare myself to do so. I already knew how to reinforce bone weapons and tools, so I upgraded my axes and mace, mostly the mace, to see if I'd be able to mine the copper nodes. What is that, a tree ant? I don't think I can handle that right now. The tree ant definitely foiled my plan here, so I left to try to find some copper ore elsewhere. I unfortunately didn't find much around, but as I was making my way home, this happened. Whoa, Goreswine the Ravager level 27 and the tree ant are all going at it here with Alpha the White Wolf. Maybe I go in and mine some of this up. Oh yeah, it's copper ore, man. Need me that copper ore. I'm jumping in. This might be a mistake. Oh, it's a big mistake. Oh, I'm entangled. No! The tree ant's dead. Come here, Goreswine. Come here. Get him! He's down! Oh. Defeating a boss much higher level than my own felt good. Looking over the rewards for eliminating Goreswine, I was able to learn a new spell in the Unholy Tree. I chose Bone Explosion, which is a nice area of effect blast that deals damage and can summon skeletons from defeated enemies. I learned some other stuff as well, but that'll be more relevant later. As I arrived home, night 3 began. I realized that I need a furnace in order to work with copper, and luckily I had this knowledge already from completing the quest earlier that had me place down a coffin and mist brazier. The furnace is also pretty large, so I placed it outside near the sawmill, and this made me realize that the scale of things in this game will require a rather large building to house everything. I put the copper ore I mined in the furnace, but it wouldn't be nearly enough to make the ingots needed for upgrading my gear to the next level. I had two choices here, go searching for copper ore, or hunt V-Bloods since I'm already above gear level 20, which is the recommended level for a couple more. I chose to fight Errol the Stonebreaker since he appeared to be holding a pickaxe, which gave me hope I'd find copper nearby. As I moved closer to Errol, I was pleasantly surprised as the area is called Bandit Copper Mine, perfect for my needs. On the outside, there wasn't much going on, but as I entered the mine itself, I found exactly what I was hoping for. I cleared enemies and smashed up every bit of copper ore that I could find. Along the way, I found increasingly better percentages of a couple different blood types. Alright, so far so good. Let's open it up.
Looks like break time.
Oh, I missed. Oh! Well, that's cool. When can I do that? Get them, boys! Yeah, they're kind of... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. They're kind of tanking for me. That was cool. Down you go, buddy. Your soul is mine. We get the research desk out of that. Well, what was that book? Another Merciless Copper Longbow. It turns out the book I just picked up wasn't actually a duplicate. After I cleared out the rest of the copper mine, I went home to get it smelting into ingots. I gained a few ingots by looting the mine as well, so I was able to get started on crafting a new copper spear. This spear is a much larger upgrade than I realized it would be at the time. Every weapon in the game that is copper quality and above will have a skill unique to that weapon type, so this is just the spears. Perform a multi-stab attack dealing 160% physical damage and interrupting enemy actions over 1.15 seconds. Recast during the effect to perform a thrust attack dealing 50% physical damage and knocking enemies back. Wait. Oh, that's nice. I also placed down the research desk, which was my quest reward for eliminating the first 3 V-Bloods. This is where I can take books I pick up to gain their knowledge. I had 3 books so far, 2 of which I just found. one for merciless copper longbow, one for merciless copper crossbow, and another for some simple carpets. I can't craft any of these yet, but it's nice to have the knowledge. Before doing anything else, I remembered that I gained a new spell point by defeating Errol. I used it to learn a spell similar to what Errol had going on. Aftershock. Smash the ground, dealing a shockwave that erupts, dealing 140% magic damage in a line and inflicting ignites. I want that. Oh yeah. I have a couple AoE spells. My next quest was to find a way to make leather and upgrade the castle heart. The castle heart itself requires leather, so that makes that the priority. I started the long trek towards where Keely is, learning along the way that wolves won't attack me while in wolf form, which is a nice added bonus. I also discovered something that will prove incredibly useful in the future. Shady goods dealer, gem dealer, book dealer, and urban potion dealer. Oh. Alright, well I found out what the copper coins are for. Well, we can buy any gems that we want. Ooh. These have things for the research desk. Yes. It shows the ones I already know too, that's cool. I need to keep this in mind. Soon, I was upon Keely's camp, fighting my way through every enemy in my way to get to her. Oh, there she is. Yes, yes, right this way.
We've got one chance to run.
So where'd you go? Oh, that spear attack is so good. Oh no!
Freeze!
Oh, that didn't interrupt her attack. I'm sad. Beautiful.
This cold.
Oh, can they attack me while I'm in this?
Different.
No, they cannot. Wait.
New knowledge.
Why was he incapacitated for a moment there? It turns out, all camps in V Rising offer a wide variety of resources that are important, so I'll be making sure to loot them up whenever I'm within them. I started the long run home, again finding myself in a fortuitous position of opportunity. Lydia the Chaos Archer. I'm jumping in this.
Think on your feet.
Oh, Goreswine is here too. What the? Oh, that did her in. I'll take this, thank you. Ow. You know what, Goreswine? Got him. We took out Lydia. We had another Chaos spell point. The Devourer can tear apart equipment. It looks like a mimic. It's like a trash mimic. That's cool. Leatherworking station, leather bag, and longbow. Oh, that's big, since I can make the merciless version of it too. Now that I made it home, I put down the tannery I sought out to make and placed all the rugged hide I had stored away inside of it to start leather production. I used the first 12 leather produced to make the leatherworking station I learned how to make by defeating Lydia, which I learned is how I make bags for increased inventory slots and other benefits as we'll see in the future. With the first 12 leather, I made myself a leather bag for the extra 7 glorious inventory slots, and the next 12 I used to upgrade my castle heart to level 2 alongside 12 copper ingots. This completes a quest that teaches me how to make castle foundations and walls, and is indeed the next objective. Since Grayson the Armorer is the one that teaches me about whetstones, I wouldn't be able to do this right away. In the meantime, I made it my objective to take out a lower level V-Blood boss. It took a moment to learn some more spells since I had the points to do so, opting for Chaos Volley with the Chaos Point, which I won't be using, and Ice Nova with the Frost Point, which I do make use of. Frost magic allows me to chill and freeze enemies, which can offer some pretty good crowd control, definitely appealing to me here. I marked Rufus the foreman and ventured to his location to take him on. This is where I'll learn a lesson about how time of day is vitally important for big fights. You and me. Let's do it.
Another assassin. Make it interesting this time. Target practice.
I'm gonna call you target practice, dude. You're already almost dead. What are you talking about? Oh, the sun. Oh, God, that hurts so much. Okay. I spoke way too soon about this. Just die, man. Just die. Okay. Yikes, dude. The sun doesn't affect me while I'm doing this as well, so this is like true invincibility frames. That was really close. Back at home, I placed down the woodworking bench, which makes things specifically for castle decoration, not useful for me at this time. However, I was able to make a new armor set. While I was waiting for the new armor to craft, I discovered the map has a very useful feature. If you hover over these different camps, it shows you the important resources that you can find there. That is really nice. While my new armor set puts me in a position to handle the next tier of bosses at an equal level, I wanted to take time to put together the ring I learned to make by ambushing Goreswine earlier. The nearby cemetery had the resources I need for this, both Morning Lilies and Grave Dust. Unfortunately, I didn't get enough Grave Dust to be able to make the new ring. I was just a couple short. While I was waiting for things to respawn in the cemetery to finish the job, I crafted a copper axe and mace, as well as a longbow since I wanted to try it out before crafting the merciless version of it. When I went back to check out the spawn, Goreswine was casually walking in, so I took a moment to take him out. I've taken him out already, but it wasn't exactly a fair fight previously. It also wasn't ideal to fight him on the stairs here, since his attacks have a large area of effect. All the same, I eliminated him fair and square, only to find that nothing has respawned here yet. I got impatient, so I looked at the map and found another place to the east that has Grave Dust listed as a resource. I immediately made my way over there and chose the worst moment to attack. Oh my god, that's so many enemies! Good god, there's so many skeletons. The good news is, the ignite damage from my spell helps a lot with groups like this, and I also walked away with the rest of the grave dust I need to make the new ring, which I crafted as soon as I got back to the base. The bad news is that when I made the ring, it placed itself on my hotbar, and I just didn't notice. Because it's there and not on the ring slot, I didn't get any added benefit from it. I know, I'm an idiot. It then became time to fight Grayson the Armorer so I could learn how to make whetstones. Learning this will help with progression in several ways, so this is crucial. On my way there, I learned about waygates. Sounds like a fast travel thing. Hold to teleport. Cannot use waygates while carrying certain items. Sulfur and copper cannot be teleported, neither can coarse thread. Good to know though, help me navigate the world. I made my way through the bandit armory, taking on groups of enemies that were trivialized by the fact that I'm using 2 AoE spells, dashing in to eliminate any survivors of the explosive damage. I found a warrior with 90% blood purity and gratefully received a donation from him, and eventually made my way to the boss. Just before I entered the room with Grayson, I found an interesting item that presents a predicament. Carrying silver? Silver coins. Oh no, it does damage over time to me? Tell you what, we'll leave the silver coins on the ground right there for now. Okay, here goes.
Intruders in the camp.
Man's got spin to win moves. Also, caltrops are lame. You know what? I did make the bow. The bow might be more useful here. Ah, no. No!
Hammer you out.
Let me grab these health orbs. Kind of feel like Ash in League of Legends right now. And I can just kite around, but man, it just feels so sluggish. It took a while, but I took out Grayson. I picked up the silver coins I dropped and ran all the way home while taking 1 point of damage every couple of seconds. When I finally made it back, I put the silver coins away right away and got to work on things. I used some whetstones I found while at the bandit armory to place a grinder, and I was officially capable of making stone bricks. I also set up the furnace to make some more whetstones with stone dust and copper ingots, as I needed more of them to craft some gear. Alright, so what I think I want to do now, while I have this stuff producing, is I'm going to take these copper coins that I have and go up to the merchants and see if they are selling anything better. Mr. Book Dealer. Oh, merciless copper spear. That's perfect. Maybe we go ahead and buy the vest while we're here too. I couldn't have asked for anything better, walking away with the knowledge for a better spear. Once I made it home, I used the books at the research desk and got to crafting. I made myself the merciless copper spear as well as the 2 parts of the Shadewalker set I knew how to make. Putting these on gave me a nice bump in max health, which is always nice. This is when I decided it was a good time to slow things down and gather a bunch of wood and stone. Making castle floors and walls is expensive after all, and a full castle would require thousands of stone alone. So I spent the rest of night 8 farming trees and stones throughout the region to build up some stock. After a visit back at base to empty my inventory, I finally realized that I wasn't wearing the gravedigger ring I put so much effort in to make earlier, and corrected my mistake. With both the sawmill and grinder stocked and in producing planks and bricks, I took a moment to look over the new spell tree I unlocked by defeating Grayson. Dash towards input direction and launch a piercing projectile dealing 160 magic damage and inflicting weaken. Each subsequent hit deals 75% of previous hit and grants Phantasm. I'm gonna go with Wraith Spear. Definitely want to try this. I really enjoy the illusion magic, and you'll see me using it a lot. On night 9, I decided to make my way over to Clive the Firestarter to put my new spell to the test. As I drew nearer to Clive, I found myself in a sulfur quarry. I did my usual of clearing out every enemy I could find and fed myself on a 79% brute that I found here. Ooh, a book. Ring of the Dawn Runner. This is called a sulfur quarry, and yet I don't see any sulfur. Well, there's some. Oh, there's Clive. Everyone gather around. Yep. They took the bait. Yes, he's just walking in circles. And there's so many explosions. Get out, get out, get out. The explosive got him. Sweet justice. As the explosives took the last of Clive's health, I earned myself another win against B-Bloods. I made sure to walk around the area and collect every bit of sulfur I could, but it seems there really wasn't much to be found here, unfortunately. I noticed on my way home that I was passing up a lot of opportunity for easy resources, so from this point on, assume that I'm going to be stopping often to take the time to farm any special things I find, such as stones with gem in them, copper, sulfur, and whatever we find in the future. You'll see that this does pay off in the very near future. I put down the newly learned alchemist table, finding it didn't really offer me anything useful at this time aside from vermin salve that I already knew how to craft. While brainstorming what to do next, I found that I could make the Traveler's Wrap, which grants me bonus sun resistance and health, so I gladly crafted it and equipped it. I wasn't in need of any major upgrades yet, so I marked my next target, Finn the Fisherman, and ventured over to his location. Of course, stopping to gather important resources along the way like I mentioned just a minute ago. I also found out the forest dwellers here can capture you and make more out of your body, so that's fun. Soon, I found myself in the exact place you'd expect to find a fisherman. Yep, there he is. Finn.
Find your own watering hole. No trespassers.
Well, get me out of that. I don't know what that was gonna do, but are you going fishing?
Gonna blow.
Alright, he is weaponized. He has weaponized fish. What the? A sea serpent? Ow. Buddy, you gotta stop. You gotta stop fishing. We're in the middle of a fight. This guy is actually quite versatile for a fisherman. Okay.
Take me to the shore one last time.
Side note to all fishermen potentially watching this, I meant nothing bad by saying Finn is versatile for a fisherman. He just had a much more interesting moveset than I was expecting. When I made it back home, I decided it was finally time to put up some castle walls. The grinder's been working for a while now, so I had enough bricks to get something going. I took down all the wooden walls, cleared out some trees to make way for building, laid down some fancy castle flooring, and started putting up walls. I put up a couple doors as well, specifically in the directions I frequent the most. All the while I was building, I also moved my crafting tables and workbenches. The building in this game is actually pretty great. Being able to move all of this instead of having to destroy and rebuild is awesome. Not to mention not having to empty out chests, break them down, remake them, and then fill them up again. This saves so much time and efforts. Overall, the space here ends up pretty tight and reinforces my earlier thought of needing a lot of space to fit everything well in the future. Since I completed the quest to build castle walls, I now needed to make a waygate. Remember the waygate I passed by earlier that allows for fast travel to other waygates? Well, I get to make one to have in my castle, which will make moving around a lot faster, given of course that I don't have resources in my inventory that disallow teleporting. The downside to this is that it's absolutely massive, taking up a majority of the limited free space left in my newly constructed castle. Once I used it for the first time, I learned to make stone coffins, which functionally doesn't seem any different than the wood coffin I already had. I made one anyway, even further reducing the free space left inside my castle for the sake of having the new stuff. The good news is, though, completing this quest moved things forward for me to learn about blood presses. I already knew how to craft one apparently, but the important thing here is that it can make greater blood essences, something I'm in need of for gear advancements. Unsullied hearts, which I've been collecting as I find them from bosses, can be refined into these, so I got started on that immediately. I had enough to make 3 greater blood essences, which is more than enough for now. I used the first one to make the Ring of the Dawn Runner, which upped my gear score from 35 to 38. While waiting for another greater blood essence to craft, I put together a vermin nest. Rats are useful for vermin salves, so it could be nice to be able to spawn them here in my base. We can summon normal rats, giant rats. Oh, there's Nibbles right there. Grave dust and an unsullied heart to make him spawn. We need to spawn that, so let's get that going. Okay, let's get Nibbles the putrid rat out here. Oh, there he is. Hey. Oh, you're huge. Oh, I just summoned a whole bunch of small rats. I learned rat form. Was for stealthing. Blends in the environment, making it harder for enemies to see you. Oh, he's a cute little guy. Now that that was done and out of the way and I had another greater blood essence crafted, I put together a servant coffin for the first time. It turns out I can dominate humans and turn them into servants. By doing so, I can use them to protect my base and to go farm resources around the world. I left to find the best human possible for the job within the vicinity, choosing a 50% mugger I found at the nearby copper mine. Oh, he just hits me?
Your mind is
Oh, hey.
mine to control.
Okay, come with me, man. Okay, come with me, man. Yeah, he's just following. I made you a nice place to nap. Hop on in. Converts. Need 100 to do so. I had nothing really going on at this point since I had to wait for the human to become a servant, so I marked my next V-Blood target and hunted them down. I used the new Waygate for the first time, earning myself an achievement, but not really getting any closer to Nikolaos in the process. I ran west, finding myself in a cemetery, which is rather fitting considering Nikolaos is a necromancer. Really low on blood. There he is. Nikolaos the Fallen. Here goes nothing, man.
Never seen anything quite like that before.
Oh, he teleports? Everyone gets to teleport, man. This is a very busy fight. This guy is... He hurts. Got him. Oh, that was kind of hell. I was cutting it close in a couple of ways in this fight, but I came out on top anyway. I really enjoy the combat in this game, by the way. It's reminiscent of MOBA gameplay like League of Legends, which I've always enjoyed despite not being great at it. I already knew the recipe for Ring of the Dawn Runner, which I crafted earlier, so the one I brought home was, well, useless. I took a moment to make the mimic chest that destroys items put inside of it. The spell point given to me by Nikolaos was a special one, giving me access to my very first ultimate ability. Army of the Dead, inflict condemn on nearby enemies and summon an army of 5 skeleton warriors and 3 skeleton mages around you. Skeletons last up to 8 seconds. And volatile arachnid. Summons a giant spider that chases down your enemy and explodes when nearby, dealing 250% magic damage, inflicting condemn, and spawning 3 spiderlings. Each spiderling explodes, dealing 125 magic damage and inflicting condemn. I'm gonna go with the spiders. I had a bunch of paper saved up from previous adventures, so I tried using them at the research table. This knowledge is pretty important as I can learn a lot of things in the future by just saving and searching for paper and other future resources regarding knowledge. At this point, I was letting my blood pool empty out to see what would happen. It turns out you take damage that adds up pretty quickly when it's empty, so I ate a rat for now to stave off hunger while I searched for another V-Blood. I was hoping to find something useful for my blood pool along the way, but the best I could find was a 17% warrior.
Alright, Palora, it's time to die.
The trees foretold your coming.
Let's hit her with the big spiders.
Be gone!
Cast an ultimate ability achievement. We'll take it. It's actually pretty good damage.
Spirit, hear me.
So let me get rid of this thing. I love that my spear throw has a dodge built into it. It's so good. Wait, why are you healing? Huh? Stop it. Only I can heal. That's the rule. Only the gamer can heal. After Palora was defeated, I noticed a huge amount of plants in the area. Even though the sun was problematic here, I still went around gathering everything I could, everything from blood roses to fire blossoms. By the time I was done here, I had over 300 blood roses. While I had no idea what they were for yet, I'm glad I took the time to gather them. My inner loot goblin ate well today. On my way back to my castle, I found an 89% rogue, so I of course fed on him, killed his friends, and looted their camp. You know, normal things you do as a vampire. When I made it home, I did the usual upkeep of stocking the sawmill, forge, and grinder, put food in the chests, and thought of my next objective. What does it take to make this garlic resistance brew? Hell's Clarion, rats, and empty water skin. Hell's Clarion. I think I have some of that already. Yeah, I got some right there. Only enough to make one of those, though. That might be a problem. Open spellbook. We have a new point. Oh, I want to try out this too. Spectral Wolf. It bounces around to enemies. That could be cool. Let's give it a go. Now, Kodia the Ferocious Bear. Well, I learned bear form by defeating it. On my way to the next boss, I found a gold chest at a bandit camp that didn't really have much of value, but soon after, I found something quite interesting. Oh, what is this? It's a carriage. Wonder if I can loot the carriage. Let's drop the spider in there. Oh my god. Hey, stop this. How do I get you to stop? Whoa. There's a whole bear in there. What the heck? You guys are just carrying around bears? What's wrong with you? Oh, there's a chest too. That's actually quite nice. That's a lot of resources. This is the first time I've seen a carriage, and looting it seemed to be extremely worthwhile. I continued along, following the scent of the V-blood, stopping to gather resources as I see them along the way. It wasn't long before I found myself entering a cave with a rather large bear inside.
Alright, Kodia. Time to die.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Drop the spiders on you. Drop everything on you. What the? You've got the zoomies. This isn't so bad. Oh, I caught you. You did a big roar just to die. Very ferocious bear. Who taught me how to be a bear. I can actually fight as the bear. Crush. Stomp the ground. Oh, I know the crush attack. Yeah. Now I can do that. By the time I made it home, night 15 had started. I first checked the servant coffin to see if it was ready yet. What should his name be? Of course it's gonna be Billy. Of course it's Billy.
Servant, and do my bidding.
Let's get more specific. Billy the Mugger. Oh, he has a whole inventory that we can spec out. Let's do that. I've got some spare gear laying around. I got the goods for you right here. There you go. Fully equip a servant. Nice. Equipping my new servant Billy the Mugger was simple since I saved my old gear, but that was the extent to what I could do with him for now. Now that I had Billy squared away, the next major objective was a big one. I needed to find a way to make iron ingots, and while it seemed far away, the next V-Blood, the final boss of Act 1 mind you, had exactly what I needed to get this done. The blood scent pointed to the north, so I used the waygate and found myself very close to him. Everyone line up. There you go. It's beautiful. How do I... bear form or explosives? Oh, I could just... Ah, I'm glad that I went and got the bear first.
Smash!
Oh god, there's so many enemies. Drop the spiders. Oof. Everyone hitting the barrier. There are a lot of enemies at this barbarian stronghold, but I had to get through them. I was rewarded in a big way for doing so, as just before I made it to the boss, I found a jewel that perfectly fits my new wolf ability. Mystic Prism? Consumes weaken to spawn a wisp healing self or ally for 41% of spell power. Damn, that's perfect. I'm using the wolf right now. Oh, the boss is right here. The problem is, it's almost sun up. Alright, we're gonna try to speed run this. This could be bad.
I'll show you what we're made of.
Oh my god. I want that.
To the challenge.
Oh, there's that heal. Sick. Oh my god. Get out of the range of that immediately. Oh, jeez. Oh, he's stunned. Get him, get him, get him. Alright, the predicament is here. Exactly what I feared. We need to stay over here now. Oh, he's stunned. Kill him. Yes. Yes, dude. That was a lot to manage.
Taste of knowledge.
Completed Act 1. Job is done. It turns out, when Quincy charges, you can lure him into smashing into a wall, which stuns him. These moments allowed me to do rather huge damage despite having the sun overhead. When I made it back to base, I checked out the spell point that I was given by defeating Quincy. This time, it's for an ultimate ability in the Chaos Tree. Now that I was all finished up with Act 1, I had to make a plan. You see, a lot of the area I've been in is just the beginning. There's a lot of the map I've yet to explore far to the north, and with my base being so far south, it would take increasingly longer and longer to travel back and forth. Even with the existence of waygates, there's a lot of resources that you're simply not allowed to fast travel with, so I had to relocate. Luckily, V-Rising has a great system that allows you to move your entire castle from one location to another. All you have to do is use 100 blood essence to make a castle relocation heart. I put this in my inventory and ventured north, even further north than the bandit stronghold I just sacked. As I passed beyond that threshold, I unlocked an achievement for entering the Dunleaf farmlands and completed the quest by leaving Farbane Woods. Discover a way to unlock prison cells and tap the blood from a prisoner. Okay, this is getting a bit dark. I like it. I was wary about going too far north too soon, so I chose to put down a castle relocation heart quickly. This process can take a while, but it's much simpler than the other option of relocating everything manually. I took some time to clear out trees and stone nodes to make room for the castle, and when there was ample space to get started, I did so. I placed down castle flooring and walls, putting the doors at the top of the ramp to access the area, and started putting down workbenches and refineries. My new castle is an absolute mess, but this gives me an opportunity to organize things. To begin, I started clearing out more trees and stone, and while doing so I discovered a blue stone that I simply couldn't destroy yet. I didn't think much of this for now, as my objective was to get as much stone as possible to turn into bricks for expanding my castle. On night 17, I got to work on expanding my castle. I started by laying down floors, removing any trees and stone remaining in the way while I was at it. I expanded 3 squares on both the left and the right side, while expanding just a single square on the back for now. I tore down the existing walls, and can I just say that I love the range in which I can work on things here. Makes doing all of this much better than a lot of other games. I placed down walls to meet the expanded area of flooring, saving some space to place windows as well. While looking around at options for building, I realized that I can make workshop flooring. I placed down a bunch of this flooring and moved everything workshop related onto it, and learned that I also need to close off the room to get the benefit of the flooring. I put up some walls and doors to turn this into a room, and just like that, the bonus and an achievement were mine. The sun rose as I was moving things around, and this is when I ran into a bit of a problem. Why is there not a roof over my head? You just changed the roof to that confined room. Why? Why is the rest of this not roofed off? Oh, I think it's because there's no floors here, actually. I figured it out. There we go. There we go. That's right. I include my mistakes and things that make me look stupid in my videos too. You're welcome. I've been wanting to place down the various types of storage for a while, and now that I have the space, I did just that. These different types of storage are extremely helpful, as it automatically organizes everything for you. I built containers for gems, herbs, alchemy, tailoring, and knowledge, putting everything related to each subject inside of their respective places. The next V-Blood is level 40, so I need to work on my gear to better handle the job. I gathered up my copper coins and made my way south again to meet up with the shady book merchant in hopes I'd find knowledge to make better gear. I went to the western one first, and they had the gloves that matched the other Shadewalker pieces I'm currently wearing, so I picked those up. There's another merchant to the east, and since I now have a book on me, I can't fast travel via Waygate, so I started the long run over. On my way there, I ran into this. Oh, there's a carriage here. That was a strange interaction. Hold to unlock. Oh. Simple garden planters, merciless copper sword for free? I quite literally made out like a bandit. When I met up with the other shady merchant, I found everything I could have hoped for. Well, he's got Shadewalker boots. We definitely want that. We have the gloves, right? We bought the gloves. Now we just need the boots. With that, we'll get a full set. That's huge. He does have merciless copper mace as well. Maybe if I upgrade my mace, I'll be able to break down that blue stone I found. I brought everything home and got straight to work on making my new gear. Copper sword, merciless copper mace, Shadewalker gloves, and boots. And some simple garden planters. Why not? Why not? Oh yeah, and it is iron. Oh look, there's 2 more down there. Okay, getting some iron going while at home. Iron production is officially underway. While in the spirit of building and upgrading, I wanted to get some gardening going. Knowing that there's a variety of brews I can make and being reminded by the amount of seeds I've saved up at this point, this seemed like a good idea to get started on. I gathered up every seed from herb storage, placed down a bunch of large planters, and put everything in the soil. Now I felt ready to take on the next boss. I think we are ready to take on Beatrice the Tailor, who teaches me how to make a loom. I ventured out, following the scent of V-blood, but was soon met with this. Garlic exposure. Weakens you and makes you more susceptible to damage. The effect stacks up to 100 times. Each stack increases damage taken by 1% and reduces your damage output by 0.5%. I'll end up taking double damage if I max that out. That's a small problem. Reduces the rating by 40 for an hour. I think we're gonna do it. Feeling better with garlic resistance brew on hand, I left again to go find Beatrice. On my way there, I found I lived pretty close to an iron mine, which is nice, and when I arrived, I was met with utter chaos. Dawnbreak Village, we are very close. Oh, who's that? Christina the Sun Princess? Different boss entirely over here. Oh, wow, that fire arrow hurts. That did a lot of damage. You're just sitting in the fire though, dude. Oh, there's Beatrice. We gotta clear everything else first. Oh, I think I'm seeing what's going on here. I think if the bell ringer gets alerted as to me being here. Yup, I knew it. Hey, Beatrice. Okay, Beatrice doesn't seem to want to fight. Honestly, nor do I. Given the circumstances here, oh my god. Oh my god. My health was just nuked. There's a nun? Oh, no, no, no. No, no, no. No, son! Son! Yep, after surviving 19 nights, I finally died. The chaos of the area caught up with me, only for the sun to finish me off. I didn't let this slow me down, however. I immediately ran back, this time playing tactically. There's Beatrice again, just going to ignore her while I grab my gear. No, take all, thank you. Hold to mount. You're telling me I can just... Oh my god, I can ride a horse. Let me leave Silver on the ground right here.
Beatrice, come here.
Oh, the fire. Oh, the fire. I feel like my damage is so bad here. There's Beatrice again. She's all healed up. Christina the Sun Princess is here too. Just gonna let her pass on by. I think I saw Beatrice go this way. I did. Can I trap her in here? Oh good, I think I cornered her. Why don't you fight? This kind of feels bad. That feels bad, not gonna lie. Alright, I'll tell you what, we'll do this, and then we're gonna take a horse home. I'm taking a horse. I learned that I can make thick hide out of thick leather and oil, but I need to learn the recipe for that still. I placed down the loom that Beatrice gave me the knowledge for, and I also put down a paper press that I learned from Nikolaus the Fallen earlier. The loom allows me to craft a variety of tailoring materials, including cotton yarn, and the paper press allows for, well, pressing paper. I started crafting paper straight away since I have a lot of sawdust and plant fiber laying around, and then I decided to go out to get some cotton. You see, on my way to Beatrice, I ran by several cotton farms. They're all protected by garlic, but since I had the garlic resistance brew, I felt that I could handle it. I raided several farms, and while I was at it, I fed on a 77% worker to increase my gains for resources to help with cotton farming. I was constantly battling the sun while doing this, so it was honestly a bit frustrating, but I ended up with over 1,300 cotton after just sacking 3 farms, so I felt like I had a good start. The iron I found earlier was finished smelting, but it didn't produce enough ingots for me to work with. The next tier of V-Bloods is level 44, leaving me lacking behind by 3, and considering I also have to contend with things like garlic exposure now, every level matters. This is where I hatched a daring plan. I live next door to an iron mine, but at this point I had no idea of what I'd find inside. I made my way over in hopes of snagging some iron to increase my gear level. Meredith the Bright. Oh, a level 50 boss is here? Oh boy. Okay, I don't know if she's just like your typical patrolling boss that we've encountered already, or if she is on a specific path for this area here. The good news is it looks like she killed a lot of things on this path directly to myself. Maybe I can take advantage of this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Krieg the Undead General is here. Seems a lot of bosses frequent the area. Oh, it's Meredith the Bright Archer again. I think maybe I just try to follow her path, reap the rewards in her wake. Hey Krieg, come here. This might be dumb. Oh my god, he's insane. Hey Meredith,
Luminance. I
surely
will
you want to
your
fight
son.
Krieg, right? You guys really hate each other, surely?
Let this shot.
Oh, it's working. Oh my god, Krieg just summoned a whole bunch of stuff. Meredith is losing to Krieg. You guys got to keep fighting each other. Ignore me. And she's down. Let's get in there and get it. This is mine now. I got someone 3 gear levels higher than himself. Ouch. Let me just take Merciless Iron Sword and Malicious Rock. I got away with so much here. A huge amount of iron amongst a plethora of other materials, including a new tier of gems and jewels. My plan could not have gone better despite being underleveled. As soon as I got home, I put iron in the furnace and even made an extra one to speed up production. To pass the time while iron ingots smelted, I left to sack the cotton farms again. I didn't know how much I'd need, and I do have a knack of over-preparing, so I just embraced the idea. I used the night to my advantage to get as much as I could, and while doing so, I found that I could find books and silver coins inside the houses at these farms. Incredibly useful. In fact, I found so much stuff I had to take a break from looting, going home to drop off everything in my inventory before going out to do it all again. I ended up stumbling upon a new market a bit further north, but this time running into a lot of trouble. Oh, there's a market here. Oh, it's protected. It's protected. Oh, even the merchants are scared of me. Oh, that's a small problem. Okay, lesson learned, do not go to that market right now. I spent more time attacking more cotton farms, and I decided to tackle a military camp as well. The enemies here are obviously stronger, but the rewards seem pretty good too. Just to the west of the military camp, I made another interesting discovery. What is this? Colosseum. Looks like a good place for a boss fight at some point. Perhaps like Simon Belmont? What the? Simon Belmont's here? The Simon Belmont? You just casually show up when I'm here, huh? Well, he has a skull next to his name, so I can't really do anything about that. When I arrived home, I put everything I found away and checked the furnaces. The iron production was still entirely too slow for my liking. I doubled down, placing another 2 furnaces and throwing iron ore inside all of them. I forgot to look at the reward for Meredith. What do we get? A storm spell point and a holy resistance potion. And then ball lightning. Launch a ball lightning that lingers in place, periodically shocking a nearby enemy inflicting static. Deals up to 180% magic damage per target over 3 seconds. I like the sound of ball lightning, so I'm just gonna take that. I gathered the iron ingots that were produced so far and found I finally have enough to make a smithy. Boom. Smithy online. I have enough to make this sword, but I really do like the spear. The problem is, I do have access to Merciless Iron Sword already, so I might go sword for a little while. Yeah, let's make a sword. Might be nice to change it up a little bit. My gear level is now 44, so I can take on those other bosses. Oh wait, this has an extra ability. We have Whirlwind and Shockwave. Oh, spin to win maneuver, and then Shockwave. Literally sends out a Shockwave. Okay. It looks like Christina is nearby, so let's go take on her first. Which will give us a silver thread bag, which gives me silver coin carry immunity. That is massive. Absolutely massive. There she is. Okay, let's start. That was actually great. Cleared out the other 2 guys pretty quickly. Oh, she summons more. Not cool, man. What is that? Oh, Christina. You are not very friendly. Then again, I did start the fight, didn't I? Oh, wow, that sends her flying. I just realized.
Is my conviction.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Heal, 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 heal. Grab the heals. Grab the heals. No, stop healing. Only I can heal. Oh, I'm running out of places to stay in cover. Have this.
This is my
Oh, the counter silence. Wait, where are you going? You can't run from me. No, 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 no.
the light
Oh, she dropped more health orbs. That's huge. Oh, she's almost dead. Get her. Oh my god.
Taste of knowledge.
Apparently I didn't learn my lesson about fighting bosses during the day as well. Of course, now the moon rises. Absolutely perfect. You'd think by now that I would stop fighting bosses during the day, but apparently it slipped my mind again. I also stumbled upon another carriage, and I couldn't just not burglarize it. Oh, this guy is so tanky. He's so tanky. Maybe if I just casually kill everyone else while keeping that guy nice and out of the way. Oh my god, the fire. Okay, just gonna back off. Just gonna back off. Yeah, I'm taking double damage because of garlic debuff. We got him half health though. Oh, I can feed on him. It's over, bud. Let me go ahead and actually blood mend here.
Blood sustains me.
There better be some good stuff in here. I'll even use my ultimate. Well, that certainly sped it up. Alright, show me the goods. Hold on, what does the recast of that do? Recast the ability to teleport to the target, striking it 3 times, each strike dealing 20% physical damage. Interesting. Oh, please have good stuff. Oh, yeah. Couple books here, hanging lanterns and modest garden planters. Whoa. Reflexive shooters, level 20, but it's shattered? Well, that certainly is a big find, but I can do absolutely nothing with that right now. It needs radium alloy as well. Greater blood essence, no problem, but merciless iron pistols and radium alloy are. I need to be sure I completely understand my weapon skills in the future, considering I completely overlooked what my new sword can do. Finding a level 20 weapon, even if I can't use it, is rather nice. I'm definitely in need of a study to unlock all this knowledge. Veil of Illusion, dash towards input direction, elude nearby enemies for 2.2 seconds. Your next primary attack heals you for 5% of your max health and inflicts weaken. Spawns an illusion that launches projectiles inflicting weaken and granting phantasm. Yeah, look at that. Ooh. Yeah, that offers quite a bit of combat utility. Yo, we dodge, we dodge, we dodge. That's kind of nice, actually. With 4 forges, iron production was much faster than before, so I was able to make myself a new set of axes and a mace, just in case I find stronger materials in the future. The garden out back was producing full-grown plants now, so I harvested them and was pleasantly surprised to find that the seeds I planted will continue to grow new ones even after harvesting. Also, note that I'll always plant any new seeds I happen to find and bring home, just so you know and I don't have to keep mentioning it. There's still 2 more V-Bloods at level 44 to take out, so I looked them over to decide which one I want to fight first. Tristan the Vampire Hunter gives us a tier 3 blood spell point. I think that'll be an ultimate ability. Blood Hunger, Greater Blood Essence, that will be huge. Oh, Great Sword? Okay, we're going for Tristan first. I gotta see what this is about. As a greatsword enjoyer in many games, the allure of a greatsword here was far too much to resist. I targeted Tristan and fast traveled to the southwest to go find him. Oh, there he is.
Like I just stumbled across him.
I guess we're doing this. Whoa. Hey, he does have a pretty big sword. Oh! Wow. You hurt, bud. He hurts so much. Oh, what the hell? Now go fight the plants. I'm gonna lure him in here so I can try to heal. Oh, you got a crossbow too? Oh, now you just have fire too? I try to sneak some heals in here. The fire spreads. Are you kidding me? The fire spreads. This guy is my nightmare. I'm just gonna keep luring him through damage. Don't get hit by that. Oh, the fire. Get out, get out. I wanted those healing orbs, man. Oh, I'm max health. This guy has reduced my health so much. Not the best time to use my ultimate, but at least a lot of it hits. I'm just kiting him. Oh, we got the heals. Huge. We're slowly poking him to death. Didn't mean to try to heal again there. Anyone else scared of this guy? I'm scared of this guy. Oh, God.
Finally got me.
Oh, at least I lived. I found it a bit odd that he's just wandering around in a lower level area, but perhaps that's the entire point. It felt lame and cheesy kiting Tristan around like that, but a win is a win, and I'm now able to craft a greatsword and get a new tier 3 blood spell. Channel a beam of energy that deals 275% magic damage and inflicts leech to enemies hit while healing allies for 200% of your spell power per second for up to 3 seconds. Each target hit heals self for 75% of your spell power. I have to try Crimson Beam. I feel like it's pretty mandatory for me. The first thing I did when I made it home, of course, is craft the Iron Greatsword. And while that was crafting, I threw in a bunch of spare blood essence in the blood press to make greater blood essences. This alone is a massive upgrade to easily make these. Oh, look at this thing. It's huge! Great Cleaver. Charge forward and swing your greatsword upward, dealing 150% physical damage in an area and launching enemies into the air for 0.75 seconds. Ooh, okay. And Death from above. Leap into the air and descend upon your enemy, dealing 100% physical damage in an area. I wonder if I can just, use Q and then E on a target mid-air. Now that there's only one level 44 V-Blood boss left, I restocked my Vermin Salves and Minor Garlic Resistance Brew, and left to find Vincent the Frostbringer. I drank the Garlic Resistance Brew while on the road, just in case I'd be in need of it, and ended up finding Vincent on a path far to the northwest of my castle. Go big risk here? Maybe we just risk it all?
Lay a finger on my people.
Oh, he freezes me. Not cool. That actually does pretty good damage, I feel like. Oh. He freezes so quickly.
I feel a chill coming.
Get me out of there. Oh! What the damages was that? This guy is much stronger than you would think. I just jumped right into that like a dummy. This is way too close. Oh, right through his shield. Holy. Now we can make prisons, as well as reinforced planks. I think I need reinforced planks to make the throne as well, so might be able to do that now. Yes, indeed. So I got started on making reinforced planks straight away, which seems pretty expensive, but it has to be done. I used a couple of these new planks to make a prison cell. Now it looks like I need to put a human inside of it. So I guess while more planks are being made, we go find ourselves a nice human to put inside this prison cell, shall we? Oh. Wait, don't kill yourself in the fire. Alright. While 63% isn't the best, it's a good start. How the prison cell works is interesting. First, I need to maintain the human's health by feeding them food, but there's also the misery factor. The more misery, the higher the extra damage the human takes whenever I do something that takes away from their health. I fed them a bunch of rats to heal them up for now, and got to making the throne now that there's more reinforced planks to work with. Servant hunts. Maximize resource gathering by assigning your loyal servants to hunt in diverse territories. Each servant will have special perks to increase their capabilities in different ways. In Billy's case, he does much better in Farbane, so I tasked him with going to the Bandit Sulfur Quarry. The meter allows me to change the speed of the servant's hunt, with appropriate risk of chance of injury and success. In this case, I sent Billy out with a 25% chance of injury and a 90% chance of success. I also gave him my iron sword for extra luck. Now that my prisoner is all healed up, I grabbed some glass bottles and made a blood potion. Now I was in a predicament. I was seemingly stuck at gear level 44 while the next tier of bosses is level 47. This is when I took a look at my crafting tables and refineries when I realized I never made a tailor bench, which I learned to make at the same time as the smithy by defeating Quincy the Bandit King earlier at the end of Act 1. So I crafted the tailor bench and immediately saw an entire armor set at level 5 as well as a hunter's cloak, all of which grants me an extra 3 gear levels and almost 100 extra max health when equipped. The first thing I did when I had everything equipped was go find Maja, the Dark Savant. She's amongst the next tier of V-Bloods, and defeating her grants me the knowledge of making a study which works exactly like the research table but at a higher level. It wasn't hard to find her, as she was all alone in her dark tower. There you are. Let's get the damage going.
Who dares to disturb me?
Oh. Throwing paper at people now?
Rise, demons!
So far, so good.
These vessels.
Wait, where'd you go? Well, you have little friends. Are you trying to heal? That's illegal. Don't do that.
You ruined.
That's the easiest boss fight I've had in a while. Last few have been a nightmare. The distances I have to walk back home when I have unteleportable materials is getting long again, so it took me a while to make it home. Once I did though, I made the study and turned in every single book I've been hoarding. Now I can make scrolls as well. Let's get some of that going. Look at that, even more inventory slots. Equip a bag? Why am I just now getting that? I already had a bag. Anyway, we get more inventory slots and 200 silver coin carry immunity. Now that the study and paper press are squared away, I made myself a merciless iron sword. I did send Billy out with my iron sword earlier though, which means I couldn't use that one to upgrade, so I crafted another iron sword in order to get it done. Being higher level than the rest of the level 47 V-Bloods gives me a big advantage. I already know where Krieg is, as I used his assistance to take out Meredith earlier, and considering I'm also in need of iron ore again, it makes perfect sense to go back to the iron mine. The plan is simple: walk in, mine iron, hope that Meredith is there again to lure her and Krieg into a fight, pick them both off, and then make it home safely. The plan is going smoothly so far, as my inventory is already filling up with iron ore. As soon as I noticed Meredith nearby, I enacted the final phase of my plan. And there's Krieg again. Let me also drink this blood. Come on, Krieg. Meredith is right here waiting for you, bud.
I'll make it quick.
She has her lackeys with her this time, though. Oh, they're actually beating Krieg now. Though Krieg does hit pretty hard. He just eliminated that other guy pretty swiftly. I'm going to go ahead and hit them with the beam, I think. I can line them both up. Right here. I think that was worth it. Did good damage to both of them. Oh, Krieg's about to die. Let's start hitting Meredith. I'm incapacitated. Meredith, come here. Beautiful. I get both of them. It's pretty cool being able to use bosses against one another to create a circumstance that makes it easier on myself.
Boom.
New knowledge acquired.
Double boom.
New knowledge acquired.
Merciless Iron Reaper. I just learned how to make the Reaper, and now I know how to make it merciless. That's so perfect. It worked exactly as I had intended, getting the kills on both V-Bloods, and I was rewarded big for it with the knowledge to make the Merciless Iron Reaper. I mined the rest of the iron in the mine, finishing up with over 1,800 total iron ore to take home. I split it all up between all 4 furnaces to smelt into ingots, used the book at the study to learn Merciless Iron Reaper, and then crafted a regular Iron Reaper to test its movesets. Tendon Swing. Swing your Reaper, dealing 125% physical damage to nearby enemies, knocking them back and inflicting a 2.5 second fading snare. And Howling Reaper. Throw a Howling Reaper that spins in place, dealing 160% physical damage over 2.2 seconds. The initial hit deals 50% physical damage and slows enemies for 1.5 seconds. Interesting. So if a target is stationary, in my case, I can do a little bit of this. And do a lot of damage with those 2 skills put together. I'm down to try it. Let's make the merciless version. You'll see soon that this moveset with my current spells is pretty effective, and the Reaper works well for gardening as well. The next boss fight is Leandra the Shadow Priestess, but I wanted to make sure of my weapon and spell combos before fighting her, so I made sure to practice on the way. Though using Q on them when they're still in those AoE zones, I gotta slow that down, because otherwise I knock them out of that last bit of damage. Like so. Much better. When I found Leandra, she was all alone in the dilapidated ruins of an old church, or at least I thought she was until she started summoning spirits against me.
They will take you first. You hear them.
Oh god, what's happening? Oh, there's a lot of these dudes. Okay, I survived. We're good. We take these healing orbs. Let's hit her with the ultimate ability, just to heal some more. Hit her with the AoEs. Oh, this build is good. This is good. And splat.
God damn.
Stronger.
Defeating Leandra earned me the knowledge of how to make an artisan table, which allows me to craft higher tier rings and amulets. I wanted to put one down, but I had to rearrange some things first to make space for it. I moved all the chests a couple spaces to the left, built the artisan table, and took a look inside. This is where I can make the pendant of the Dawn Runner that I learned from a book earlier, which turns out to be quite powerful compared to my current level of equipment. It requires me to make a lower level amulet first, the Scourgestone amulet specifically, which in turn requires, you guessed it, Scourgestones to make. Leandra gave me the knowledge for that as well, so I can craft them using a furnace with 4 grave dust and 4 whetstones each. I needed 8 of these total, but I found 4 while raiding Leandra's area, so I was able to make the rest without problem. While these were crafting, I finally upgraded my storage. The chests I had were just too small for storing all of my loot, so I moved them out of the way and replaced them with 3 bureaus which have 35 slots each as opposed to the chest 14. As I finished that up, the Scourgestones finished crafting, so I put together the Scourgestone amulet, then upgraded it to the pendant of the Dawn Runner. I used every bit of glass I found so far to put together the pendant, so it's perfectly fitting that I take on Grethel the Glassblower next, who teaches me how to make glass out of quartz. I used a waygate to close the gap and made my way into the quartz quarry Grethel is located in. It didn't take me long to mine all the quartz here despite being at a disadvantage with the sun, and my weapon and spell combo were shining bright with all the damage output. As soon as I finished mining and looting the quarry, I took the fight to Grethel.
In here, I'll break you. These arms aren't just for crafting.
Oh, wasn't ready for that. Hey, those 2 abilities stacked up do amazing damage. I guess I'm tanking those.
This is no.
Let me take these.
You're a real piece of work.
No, you. Get out of there. Honestly, I just wait till my C and E are on cooldown, or off cooldown rather, and then I just put them right on top of her. Those great things. Whoa!
These arms aren't just for crafting.
Here, have this.
My dream.
It got a little weird at the end there, but my damage is really good.
Taste of knowledge.
I made it home with over 1,000 quartz and immediately started getting it into a furnace to craft glass. I consolidated the iron from my 4th furnace into the other 3 to make room to do so. What does it take to make a blood rose potion? 48 blood roses in an empty glass bottle. That's a pretty nice healing though, 55% in 10 seconds versus my Vermin Self's 35% in 15. Oh, Billy's back. His status is normal, I'm not seeing any injuries. The loot he brought back isn't amazing though. But you know what? It's something I didn't have before. I didn't have to work for myself. He brought home some sulfur, so that's pretty cool. Bane the Shadow Blade. Human form. Turn into a human, allowing you to sneak around unnoticed in human settlements. Be careful though, the strong-willed can see through your disguise, while in human form you can interact with traders. Oh, that's big. And then slashers. Interesting, new weapon type. As you'll see, Bane the Shadow Blade is a master of the human form disguise, as finding him turned out to be an interesting affair. Imminent. Where are you? None of those guys. Now I'm very close again. Now it's imminent. Is it this guy? Are you?
You think the shadows are your ally?
Sneaky man. You sneaky, sneaky man. Wait, where'd you go? Oh, there's so many of these. They're everywhere. Oh, found you.
Shadows, obey me. Into the dark.
I am dunking on this guy. Found you.
Magic.
Have this. Oh, that was probably the easiest fight I've had in ages. The bonnet, dude. My gear score is plenty high enough to continue the V-Blood killing marathon, but I wanted to slow things down for a minute. You see, I looted a book from Bane the Shadowblade that taught me a second part of the Duskwatcher gear set, and considering I now had human form, I could get into the market without being attacked. I grabbed my silver coins and started my way there in hopes I'd find more Duskwatcher gear books. Oh, there's a 92% warrior right here. I feel like before I do anything, I have to take that. I gotta take him home with me, put him in a jail cell, as one does, you know? You know, just very normal things that people do. Surely. Okay, dominates.
Mind bends to me. Do not resist.
Your mind is mine. Alright, come with me, buddy.
To my will.
Let me see. Let me get some more blood potion out of here real quick. Alright, let's kill. Very good. It actually dropped loot too. That's amazing. Imprison.
At home.
Nice. 92% warrior. Go ahead and feed you some rats. Get you nice and stuffed up on rats. Delicious rat lunch. When I made it back to the market, I put my very best human disguise on and walked in accordingly. I had the best luck, as the book salesman had the exact 2 books I needed to complete the Duskwatcher gear set. The problem is, I only had enough silver to buy one of them, as they cost 48 as opposed to 40 for lower tier books I purchased earlier. I purchased one of the books for now, and made my way over to some farms to the east where I found silver coins earlier. I searched through several farms, not finding a single coin amongst all the loot. Then I remembered when I first fought Beatrice, I found some silver coins in chests while looking for her. I made my way into Dawnbreak Village in hopes I'd get the silver coins I need before the merchant changed his inventory. I was in luck. I found the silver coins I need. The sun was up now, but I had to make my way to the market anyway as there was less than 20 minutes left. Sunburn or not, I was getting that book. Once I made it all the way home, I used the books at the study to learn the new knowledge. And we got that one. This is when I hit another roadblock, preventing progress to make this brand new set of armor. Okay, what's it take to make this Duskwatcher set? Oh, I need thick leather. I can't make that. No, I can't. That is wildly unfortunate. I didn't realize it required thick leather. That's my bad. Well, all the same, at least we can make that set now and not have to worry about stuff, so that's cool. There is good news, however, as one of the next V-Bloods I needed to take out held the knowledge to make thick leather. This boss is located far to the east in the Hollowed Mountains region, which grants me an achievement for entering and features a host of frost wolves and bears. After several minutes of searching, I found Frostmaw who lives up to his name. Where is this? Oh, I found him. Oh my god. Mountain Terror is right. Oh. AoE frost stuff. Cool, man. Buddy, stay right there. Well, I feel like my ultimate ability is actually pretty good. Does a lot of damage if I can keep it focused on them. Oh, he is mobile. I'll take that. It's worth it. Oh. Not cool, bud. What the frost beam is that? Come here. I gotta finish this job. Wait, where'd that go? Brute force it, man. Holy. I actually lost my cursor, too. Lost my cursor for a moment. After defeating Frostmaw, I decided to stick around here for a while to take out the local fauna for their thick hides, since I need more of it to make thick leather. This is when I learned about a new type of wood. Also, hollow wood. Interesting. How do I tell which trees are hollow? I guess these ones. After a while of gathering thick hide and hollow wood, I made my way home to get started on making my new armor set. I got production started by putting thick hide in the tannery and hollow wood in the sawmill. It turns out I actually need hollow wood as it produces 1 oil for every 30 wood. I had some oil stored away from looting around the world up to this point, but it wasn't enough to make everything I need. While the sawmill and tannery did their thing, I made another trip to the hollowed mountain to deforest it. I need my oil, man. It's the only way. I spent the rest of night 35 chopping down hollowed trees, going home with almost 900 wood to make oil out of. After waiting a while for all the oil and leather to craft, I finally am able to make the new armor set. I went from gear level 56 and 516 max health to gear level 61 and 616 max health. Quite a big improvement. I wasn't quite ready to fight any V-Bloods at the time since I was eating some food, so I decided to hit the markets to the south. I saved up more than 200 copper coins at this point, and I do recall the shady book dealers having some flooring books in stock earlier. I went to the West Market first, where I purchased the Forge flooring book, and then the Alchemy flooring book I picked up from the east side, who coincidentally had the Forge flooring book as well. I walked all the way home since I can't fast travel with books in my pocket, and then turned in my new books at the research table. I won't be using these new floors right away, but I'm glad I got them now. Now that I had some spare thick leather ready, I made the latest in inventory technology, the Mountain Peak Bag. This increases my inventory space by an additional 13 slots, 300 silver coin carry immunity, and a bonus 26 max health. After I finished dinner, I was ready. The next target on my list is Terra the Geomancer, who has the knowledge to make the gem cutting table. I have a lot of gems sitting around at this point, so making them useful might be of benefits. I tapped my warrior prisoner for some blood and left to the northeast, a mountain where Terra resides. Unfortunately, as soon as I found Terra, the sun was about to rise. Looking at the area we'd be fighting in, it was wide open with extremely minimal shade cover, so I had no choice but to wait. I took some time to mine all the gem-bearing stones here, and then waited. Waited and waited, then waited some more. Finally, the moon rose, which marked the beginning of night 37 and the beginning of my battle with Terra. We'll just sit here all frozen and stuff. Wait, you weren't even... Are you kidding me? You became a stone golem. I mean, I guess I should have expected no less, considering you're a geomancer, but... I wasn't really ready for that. Let me just kill the little guys real quick. Hey! Oh, you're back to human form. Ow. She didn't drop healing orbs. Oh, come on, bro. Weird there was no healing orbs. I'm kind of in need of those. I'm not too desperate, though. It's not like we're down too bad. Ow, okay, now we're kind of down bad. Come here. Finish the job. There we go.
New knowledge acquired.
Pendant of the Spellweaver. I made my way home, running into Vincent, who very nearly killed me due to his overwhelming freeze capabilities, but it was worth it as he dropped a new jewel for me. Getting some healing off of my own damage seems like a good idea, so I equipped it. Back at home, I turned in a couple of books at the study, putting everything away, and thought of what to do next. At this point, I feel like I'm missing out on prisoners and servants. Having a lack of both of these were limiting my potential overall, so I got to work on rectifying this. I started by clearing out the stone and trees behind my castle to make space for an expansion, where I placed down some flooring and walls. I replaced the castle flooring with prison flooring for that added bonus of reduced blood drain and essence extraction costs. Then I put my first prisoner in this room alongside 4 more cells. Now, the hunt begins. I ventured out with the goal of finding candidates to fill the new prison cells. Soon after I left, I remembered to use the spell point I gained from Terra the Geomancer. Wisp Dance. Summon 3 wisps that circle around you, dealing 60% magic damage, leeching 30% health, and inflict weaken to enemies and granting phantasm. Recast to launch all 3 wisps as piercing projectiles, dealing 110% magic damage, inflicting weaken and granting phantasm. I'm gonna try that. That sounds like it could be pretty good. I already have a 92% warrior, and I didn't think I was going to find anything better than this anytime soon, so I focused on other traits. I ended up finding a 68% brute, which is on the higher end for that specific class I've seen so far, so I dominated him to bring him with me. I also took a moment to use my new spell, which proves to be pretty nice when large amounts of enemies are in range. I put the brute into a cell next to the warrior, then headed back out again in search of someone else. I ran into an 80% rogue by the iron mines, who I nearly killed, but I managed to keep them alive with just a sliver of health and brought them home too. Now I have the main 3 human classes that I've run into on the regular, but I still wanted a worker. I searched for a while, but all the workers I ran into were single-digit percentages and not worth the effort. I did run into and killed Vincent again, this time destroying him before he had much time to do anything. I gave up on searching for a worker, opting instead to go home and start another expansion on my castle. This time though was for my servants. I already have one, good old Billy, but I want to expand on this to send everyone out in waves to do my bidding and gather resources. This is a much larger undertaking however, as not only do I need to build servant coffins which require greater blood essence for each, but I also need to craft gear for all of them to increase their chances of survival. I moved Billy's coffin into the new room and placed down 4 more to max out the 5 I can possibly have at Castle Heart level 2. I am capable of putting down crypt flooring, which decreases the conversion time of new servants by 50%, a huge benefit for me at this time with how much I'm about to do it. The next major part of this project is preparing resources to make equipment for all the future servants. I'm going to need iron for sure, so I made my way over to the iron mines. I of course ran into Meredith and Krieg here, so I let them start fighting and jumped in after a minute of them weakening one another. It's interesting to see how much I can do as my power increases, taking on 2 previously tough bosses at the same time. I picked up a book from Merciless Iron Greatsword here, which is perfect for adding power to my future servants. I drained the entire mine of every bit of iron in it, making it home well into night 40. I put all the iron into the furnaces to smelt and paid a visit to my new prisoners. I looked over the options for food as I honestly feel bad feeding them just rats, and this is when I really paid attention to the benefit of different fish. Fat goby can heal 100% of health, which seems quite useful, and then there's other fish that help with misery, something I'm going to need to keep everyone alive. This means I'm going to need to get to fishing, and luckily I already knew how to make a fishing pole as I learned from defeating Finn the Fisherman in Act 1. I used my woodworking bench to make one, and did some upkeep around the castle to think of my plan. You see, I'm not sure at this point how long fishing will take, so I may as well use this opportunity to scout the lands for any potentially good servants. After everything in my castle was sorted, I left in hopes of bountiful harvests of fish and humans. Let's see, how does this fishing pole work? Keep an eye out for bubbling water in lakes and streams. Okay, there's some bubblers right there. Ah, there we go. Achievement for it even. Oh, and it's just gone? I only get 1 fish per bubble? That could make things a little tedious. I spent all night and day fishing, gathering a variety of fish while searching different locations I came across for anyone that would make a suitable servant. I ended up discovering a new circumstance I'll have to learn to deal with while I was out here. Who are you? Oh, a scholar, that's new. Only 9% though. What is damaging me? Holy radiation deals damage as long as you're exposed to it? That's not a small amount of damage either. I think I actually know Holy Resistance Potion, so I guess I'll have to make those. On night 42, I finally found someone worth turning into a servant amongst a large group of enemies. I tore them apart, being careful as to not kill the human I was after here. Once I cleared everyone out, I dominated the human and started my way home. Keep in mind that while using Dominate, I'm unable to transform, which means the walk home is longer than usual. As soon as I arrived, I gave my new friend a place to think about things while I went out to search for more. Fishing can be rather tedious, quickly adding up to seemingly minimal amounts of fish for the time spent. It needs to be done if I want to maintain my prisoners though, especially my 92% warrior, which is currently my best source of blood. I ended up running into Vincent once again, and I'm starting to think that maybe this guy doesn't like me. I took him out quickly and moved along to keep fishing and searching for servants. Everywhere I searched though gave me pretty poor rolls for blood quality, so I resorted to attacking military camps. This is when I found myself a 78% brute, a prime servant at this point. When I attacked the camp, I ended up finding a decent tier 2 jewel that goes on my dodge ability, granting me 13% more damage on illusion projectiles, so it directly benefits my spear throwing spell. I also gain a shield that absorbs 25% of damage based on my spell power whenever I attack an enemy affected by weaken. I brought my new friend home to rest next to the others, and at this point I had enough fishing and searching for servants for a while. I used some of the fish I brought back with me to bring down my first prisoner's misery considering it's at 48%, then I finally placed down the gem cutting table I learned to make by defeating Terra the Geomancer earlier. I also remembered now that I have glass on hand, which means I can level up my castle heart to level 3. This unlocks the Eye of Mortium, which allows me to see special events on the map that can grant me some interesting rewards. Where can I put it? Is there space in here? Ah, beautiful, look at that. Eye of Mortium. Use your map to track rift incursions within the ruins of Mortium. The Legion of Noctum channels Dracula's power to summon powerful entities from the Shadow Realm. Destroy these rifts to obtain ancestral weapons and Stygian shards. Well, it looks like there's one active now at level 57, but I'm not seeing where it is. Oh, Ruins of Mortium are over there. Maybe I should go check it out. Yes, indeed. But before I could check it out, I had some other business to take care of. First, completing the quest to make an Eye of Mortium gave me Jeweler's Chamber flooring, so I rearranged some things to make a room with flooring to reap the benefits of reduced crafting costs, which I'll be using extremely soon. Once that was finished, I started crafting a couple sets of armor for my 2 new servants. The Hollow Fang set is a great place to start since it requires only cotton yarn and wool threads. I'm short just a few wool threads, however, so I'm going to need to get a few more. I also need a couple of weapons, but since I crafted several earlier, I was most of the way there already. I have a merciless iron sword sitting in a chest, and an iron greatsword as well. I upgraded the iron greatsword to merciless using some reinforced planks, sapphires, and greater blood essence to wrap up. I found Vincent chilling in a military camp, so I killed him for what feels like the 100th time, and looted just enough wool threads in the area to go home and craft the last piece of armor I'm in need of. Just north of my castle, I discovered a 78% warrior, so I quickly subdued him before being attacked by Christina the Sun Priestess and put him in a coffin after a short trek home. Things were almost ready. I just needed to craft a couple pendants to up the servant's power a little bit more. I used the majority of my remaining whetstones and grave dust to produce 12 scourge stones, and using them alongside some gem dust, I produced 2 scourge stone amulets at the artisan table. Now, everything is ready. This was a lot of work to put together, and I'd still only have 3 total active servants, but it was certainly better than none. First servant's name is going to be Barkley. Barkley the Guard, because he's a militia guard. Perfect.
You will serve your purpose well.
Everyone say hello to Barkley. We give him some of this stuff. We'll give him the iron sword and then one of these pendants. And here we have Bobby the Skirmisher. Oh, hey Bobby, how you doing, man? You can have all of this, my dude. You get the iron greatsword. Treat it well, and it shall treat you well in return. Now let's send all these fools out for some raiding, so they can bring me back some loot. My loot goblin needs feeding. First and foremost, I'm gonna go ahead and send Billy back to the Bandit Sulfur Quarry. Barkley, we're gonna go ahead and send to Dawnbreak Village. Bobby will send over to Mosswick Village. I like that potential oil. That's actually a lot of oil. Now that my servants were finally situated, I was free to do other things. It's been a while since I fought a new V-Blood, so I ventured out to fight General Elena the Hollow. She's located to the east, north of the Hollowed Mountains. Venture into the ruins of Mortium area. Hand of Dracula. They're Draculan. That's a new blood type. Well, let's see what they're made of. They go invisible? Awkward? Okay. Shadowkin. Look at these little guys. Night Maiden. Oh my god. There's all sorts of new stuff here. Now let's clear everything out first. Nice. Oh. What the hell is that? A Dreadhorn. And nightmares. Oh my god. What the? Just get rid of that guy real fast. Oh, there she is. General Elena the Hollow. She's just walking around. Let me get my heal on first. We'll have to focus them first. Whoa! Got a lot of frost stuff. Flashbacks of fighting Vincent. Get out, get out. Nice. Ice pillar. Oh, I actually have to knock this thing down? Hey, come on down. That's what I thought. Hey, nice stuff. So this is where we get Stygian shards. Interesting. Now that I know where I can get Stygian shards and I'm able to craft an altar of Stygian awakening by defeating General Elena, I made my way home to see what these are all about. I placed the altar of Stygian awakening in the corner near my waygate and discovered that it offers a plethora of passive abilities. The kicker here is that I have to pay for them in Stygian shards and the cost is 400 each. There's higher tier abilities as well, but they require greater Stygian shards that I'm nowhere near capable of getting at this time, so I ignored them for now. I gave the next tier of V-Blood a look and discovered one of them offered something I've been waiting for a long time. Ooh, pistols. This is really good. I need pistols specifically because I have that level 20 pistol that I found earlier. So let's get on this. I hunted down the hunter of vampires, getting myself into a fierce fight. Is that you? It's Jade. Okay, here we go.
Try to calm.
Oh, I forgot to double cast my ults. I'm actually doing a lot of damage. Oh my god, she's doing a lot of damage. No! Heal, heal, heal. Heal, heal, heal. I'm keeping my distance. Do the spear. I missed. No, don't kill me. Oh my god, that was so close. I did so much damage so fast, and then so did she.
I feel stronger.
Ensnaring Lash. Another level 20 weapon. This one is a whip. Didn't know whips were in the game. Not gonna lie, dude. That fight got real scary real fast. Ooh, 64% Scholar. Wait, hold on. I have to get this. You. Okay, there we go. I need to let my new Scholar prisoner heal for a while before I could see what the Scholar blood does, so I put it out of my mind for the time being. With the defeat of Jade, I learned how to craft pistols. I put some together so I could see what the moveset is like, finally finding a ranged weapon in this game that I enjoy. Alright, 3 quick shots. Fan the hammer fires 10 bolts in a cone over 1.5 seconds. Each bullet deals 25% physical damage and knocks the target back. Explosive bullet. Perform a dodge roll followed by firing an explosive bullet dealing 25% physical damage. The bullet explodes after 3 seconds, dealing 125% physical damage in an area and knocking nearby enemies back. Very Misfortune vibes. I like it. The issue is, I don't have a Merciless version of it. Maybe I go visit the market and see if they have the Merciless upgrade. I took a gamble on going to the markets, hoping the merchant here would have the upgrade I need. Well, they have Merciless Iron Spear and Merciless Iron Whip, and they have Tailor's Flooring. Okay. In the great pursuit of knowledge, they don't have what I'm looking for, but they do have Tailor's Flooring, which I do not know yet. I'm gonna grab this, which is only going to leave me with a measly 6 silver coins. Considering it's going to be a while before the merchant stock refreshes, I went home with a plan to go back out to look for more silver coins. However, on the side of the screen I saw a counter ticking down to the start of a Rift Incursion event. I definitely wanted to try this out to see how it works and what it offers, but first I made myself the new advanced blood press. I traded the places of my basic blood press in the stone coffin, then put the advanced press next to it. I figured it helps keeping things at least somewhat organized. I left home hoping I'd get some cool loot by doing the event in the ruins of Mortium. When I arrived, I found a new plant called Bleeding Heart, so I'll be gathering those whenever I run into them, and I discovered a new type of merchant here. Vampire merchants.
Looking for an edge.
Ooh, they sell ancestral weapons. We already have the pistols and the whip, but even if I get them, it's still the shards. I'd still have to find a way to repair them. As I looked around, nothing seemed too special here as I gathered more bleeding hearts and looking at more locations. One thing that is cool about this area is that sunlight doesn't hurt my character here. I'm assuming there's a shroud over the area considering the amount of vampires here. I eventually found a place called Dracula's Castle Courtyard, and on the map it has a golden glow over it signifying that this is where the Rift Incursion event is taking place. I made my way inside and got to work on figuring things out. After taking out a couple of giant floating crystals, I had it all figured out. Essentially, the players have to destroy the enemies nearby the floating crystals in order to destroy them. However, the crystals will summon more enemies every so often, so you want to take care of everything as quickly as possible before more spawn in. Once you do this a couple of times, the main crystal in the location will summon a blood soul that mimics a V-blood. Once you defeat them, the event in this location is then over. Lesser blood soul? This is new. You have the same moveset as the other boss I just fought. I am so close to dying. I hope you don't heal. They don't seem to heal. Let me blood mend.
Blood sustains.
Oh,
Winters come early. Better be prepared.
oh, come on. There we go. Participate in closing a rift to the Shadow Realm. Job's done. What do we have here? Ancestral Spear Shards. So I guess that's how those events work. You show up, you break some stuff, you kill some people, and then you get stuff. Yes, indeed. Way to be descriptive, Pat Skullytin. The event timer on the right side of the screen doesn't go away when you complete the event in a single location. It turns out the event just moves to another location in the region, which allows me to try to complete it again. As soon as I recognized this, I went back southwest to try my hand at the event again. On my way, I realized that I found another level 20 weapon at some point and didn't even realize it. I just realized I have this too. Ominous Scythe? I'll be able to make that. I just need to get radium alloy. I'm not sure when I picked that up, but hey. Knowing how this event works now, I was able to work through it much faster this time, getting straight to it with another Lesser Blood Soul who I recognized nearly immediately. He looks like the boss of Act 1. Oh, he is. He very much so is. I gotta take my time here. I shouldn't be rushing this. Why am I charmed? You grabbed me from all the way down there. Evil. Oh, I'm screwed. I can't believe I lived that. It pays to carry extra blood, man. I would have been fine if I didn't get charmed there. Do you heal? You didn't heal. I am so lucky. I got him. Ancestral crossbow. With the event offering too little time to have another go at it, I left for now to make the long trek home. While on my way, I remembered to stop off at some farms and villages to look for silver coins. Unfortunately, I was met with a stark lack of even a single silver coin, but I did run into a carriage on the road. Show me a lot of silver, please. 10. But also crushing war mace. By the time I made it home, it was well into night 49, and I'm still in need of silver coins. Billy, Barkley, and Bobby are all back from their adventures, so I took all the loot out of their pockets, and noticing Bobby is packing some serious loot. Oh, my dearest Bobby, coming home with 22 oil. That's what's up, dude. I put all the goods away and sent everyone out to raid the same places they just did, as it seems to be working out well. Before leaving myself, I tapped some blood from my new Scholar Prisoner to see what effects I get in my blood pool. Increased spell power, increased spell cooldown recovery rate, spell life leech, chance to reset spell cooldown on cast, and then boost all effects. I rather like that. I rather like that very much. Scholar blood type allows for some great buffs for spells, definitely something to keep an eye out for higher blood purity. I went back to Dawnbreak Village, but the loot here hadn't reset yet, so I made my way west. I hit a couple farms along the way. Ah, there's some. I have a whole 22. I need 48 in order to buy any of the merciless stuff. So I need to basically double what I have. Finally getting my hands on some silver. I attacked Mosswick Village next, hoping the higher amount of houses here would give me the remaining silver I'm searching for. Don't mind me, Christina, just looking to get in here and maybe loot a little bit, you know? Worth it. Only need 6 more coins to buy something merciless from the vendor. Mosswick was completely empty of all loot now as I made my way south to hit more farms and military camps. While I was loading up on resources, I didn't find any more silver at any of these places. I figured enough time had passed by at this point, so I made my way back east to Dawnbreak Village in hopes of finding the loot reset. My guess was right as I entered the first house and was immediately rewarded with silver coins. I looted the rest of the village while I was here to see if I'd get anything worthwhile, but I didn't find much of anything. That is, until I raided the small church on the hill. A little bit extra. Merciless Iron Slashers. That's interesting. Ashfolk Crystal Ice Cloak. Has the same stats that I have on now, but it does seemingly look nicer. Yeah, it's a nice little aesthetic upgrade. We'll take it. I made my way to the market after Dawnbreak was emptied out, but I sadly didn't find the Merciless pistol book I was hoping for. I ran into Christina again on the road, so I got rid of her so she'd go away for a while. When I made it home, I did the usual upkeep of turning in books at the study and storing any resources in their respective containers. At this point, I've built up quite a few scrolls, and since I wasn't having luck with the merchant for the Merciless pistols, I tried my luck at the study. Cobblestone paths. Merciless iron crossbow. Ah! Alright, I've got enough to try one more time. Duplex. I'm sorry, Duck's Carpet Collection. Eh, we tried. We had 3 rolls, no dice. Unfortunate, but at least I'm still unlocking things to narrow it down. I definitely forgot about the Altar of Stygian Awakening until I walked by it, so I grabbed my shards and spent them for a couple of new passive abilities. I chose Spiritual Infusion for 10% increased spell damage to weakened enemies and increased weakened duration by 1 second, as well as Lightning Fast Strikes for 5% increased attack speed and 20% extra damage from static. I have Time to Kill and V-Bloods to hunt, so I got to it. Raziel the Shepherd is next, and reading over his description clued me into his location. Knowing of the Dunley Monastery already, I knew I'd need Holy Resistance in order to avoid the Holy Radiation damage. I crafted a potion up to help with this, alongside 10 Blood Rose potions. These potions offer much better healing than Vermin Salves, really nice healing capability. Let me go ahead and drink this, a little bit of Holy Resistance, and now we should be good to go. Yeah, now I'm taking no damage from it. Good news. Hey buddy, you're a little bit on fire. I don't know if you're aware of that. Ooh, these things have Scourge Stones inside of them? Oh yeah, that's huge. Scourge Stones can be kind of tedious to make, so that's really nice. This must be the place. What's up, fellas? There are a lot of scholars here. Are the scholars here potentially aggressive because they're here with this guy? If so, I could be about to receive a mighty beatdown. Let's drink a little bit of juice. And let's begin.
I will show you the will of
Man's got a holy beam. That's kind of cool, actually. Buddy, I need you to stop that. Okay, that guy was actually really easy. He had some cool attacks, though. That holy beam was nice. I don't know what it is, but I have an infatuation with beam attacks throughout all sorts of games. Oh, what's this? A new mask? Oh, that's kind of cool, dude. That's perfect. I like it. That belongs to me now. Defeating Raziel gave me the knowledge to craft the jewel crafting table, which is an extremely helpful tool. I had everything needed to make it already, but I needed more space in my jeweler's chambers, so I did a bit of rearranging. I simply got rid of a couple doors, put some jeweler's flooring down, and placed the jewel crafting table. I also got rid of one of the doors to the crypt and placed a wall instead to make it look neater. Cassius the Betrayer is the next level 57 V-Blood, which means I'm almost caught up to my own gear level of 61. I went far to the east, back in the ruins of Mortium region in search of Cassius. When I found him, he was in combat with a group of humans, so I took advantage of the moment to kill off his followers to single him out. Nightfall Edge? That must be, is that his sword?
Calls for your neck. Let us begin.
Whoa! I'm doing no damage to him. Do I have to kill this thing?
Come to us, soldiers.
Yeah, I gotta kill his sword. Throw sword? Oh, it stuns him. Nice. Oh, it's a very long stun, too. Oh! What an attack. That was insane. Hey, I need you to stop it. Oh, 93% rogue? I'm gonna try to keep you alive. That might be greedy, but 93% rogue. This seems nice. Oh no, you died because of the explosion from the guy's death. Oh, that's so sad. I'm still sad about that 93% rogue, by the way. That would have been killer for my blood pool. The walk home was over 1 kilometer long, and since I had resources on me I wanted to keep, I had no choice but to walk. On my way there, I ran into Jade, so I took her out in hopes of some good knowledge books like I sought after Merciless Iron Pistols. Instead, she dropped the book for Merciless Iron Sword that I already have. I also jumped in on a fight happening around a carriage, dodging the sun as much as the enemies here to get my hands on the big loot. Ooh, that's a lot of coins. Hey, axes, we take it. Merciless iron axes, so we can actually get up to it too. It's been a while since I last checked the market now, and I'm still very much so wanting to use pistols. I ran in once again to check the merchant's stock, but was once again disappointed after waiting a few minutes for the stock to update. It wasn't all bad though, as a Rift Incursion event was about to start, and knowing how it works now, I might be able to capitalize on the time to get more than 2 full events finished. 92% Draculan, I'm gonna yoink this. Hopefully it's good. What does this offer? Movement speed during the night, increased damage against enemies below 30% health, increased healing received from Blood Mend, grants 1 additional bite charge and heal for 5% of your max health when killing an enemy using bites. Okay, let's abuse the hell out of bite then. Oh yeah. And it's actually kind of insane. Who do we have here? Oh, that's Krieg. I know Krieg when I see him. Oh my god, the constant charming? Holy! Look at this. It's absurd. Absolutely absurd. Oh! Pain! Oh no! That sucks. I misplayed that. I misplayed that so bad. Dying here is massively unfortunate considering the limited time of the event, but it's my fault for not seeing the charm spells flying at me. I respawned at a nearby waygate and ran back into the fray. Did he just drop something? Another crossbow. Where's this next one? Not seeing it. Maybe we just go north and hope that we find it. Ah, I found it. Here we go. Here we go. Who are you? Crossbow guy. I can't remember your name, but I remember you.
A new decoration. Ain't just walked in. Start making practice.
Ouch. Okay, we got him. We got him. Nice and easy. Ancestral pistol shards. More pistols. I walked away from the Rift Incursion event with several new weapon shards and a variety of resources, including 1,200 Stygian shards. As I was leaving the area, I ran past some higher level enemies that seemingly had their own objectives going on, but I found something interesting on the ground. Gold jewelry? Crafted by human hands, quite useless in its current form. Refined at an advanced furnace. Well, I guess I just learned the existence of the advanced furnace then. Just before leaving the ruins area, I ran into General Cassius again. I took him out just to see if he dropped any good loot, and sure enough, he dropped ancestral sword shards. When I made it back to my castle, it seems the boys did too. I took all the loot off of their hands and sent them out once again, but this time on much longer quests. Since I was planning on logging out for the day soon, sending them on a lengthier quest just seemed like the right thing to do. The next V-Blood is the final one of Act 2. Octavian, the militia captain, is stationed at the Bastion of Dunley, surrounded by a ton of soldiers of all types defending the position. I mowed them all down and made my way into the boss arena. Okay, let's freshen up our blood and let the fight begin.
I will bring safety to people by any means necessary. Give up.
Oh, dude is mobile. Whoa!
Here's an old trick.
Oh, no, no, no. What is this? What is this? Okay, I lived, but barely. Okay, this guy right here, this guy, this archer, I hate you. At first, the fight didn't seem bad, then suddenly, I was fighting against a Beyblade. I dusted myself off and made my way back to Octavian, as knowing what to expect this time gives me an advantage. Yeah, so that's the archer he summoned last time. I have to kill that guy first. Okay, here he goes. Beyblade mode. Oh my god. I lived. We're fine. I'm just panicking. Die! Just die, man! Thank you. Honestly, a worthy boss for the end of the act. That guy was tough. I'm officially beyond the first 2 acts, but I wasn't done yet. Before anything else, I wanted to take out at least one V-Blood in Act 3 to solidify my presence. The new storm spells I got to choose from for defeating Octavian are rather promising. And then Lightning Typhoon. Spin around, gaining 125% fading haste and shock nearby enemies, dealing 800% spell damage and inflicting static over 4 seconds. Occasionally release sparks of lightning, dealing 40% spell damage, inflicting static. Let me try Lightning Typhoon. After dropping off all of my loot at the castle, I made my way north to the market once again to see if the merchant had new inventory. Come on, man. I just really want to use pistols. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be a really good time. Alright, man, listen. Show me the goods. You show me the goods, I got some nice silver for you. I will line your pockets, buddy. You're not getting any of my money. You're not getting any of it. None of it. Unfortunately, Ziva the engineer is about to be on the receiving end of my ire for not having merciless iron pistols yet. I made my way north into an entirely new region for the first time, encountering a variety of new enemies to fight and resources to collect. What the heck? I have the wrong weapon out. I didn't mean to use my ultimate, but that did amazing damage. Oh yeah. This ultimate does humongous damage. I think I found our boss. Yep. Ziva the engineer. Alright, Ziva. You're an engineer. I'm assuming you're going to do a lot of engineering things like turrets and stuff.
An intruder. Great left field test.
You have a lot of
Try this
health.
one out.
What's that?
This'll be good.
A flamethrower. Oh boy. Ugh.
Yeah.
Just gonna try to keep my distance. Wait,
Exactly
it broke.
what I need.
Oh god, oh god. Oh! This big one's following me and I hate it. Get this thing away from me! Hold on, ultimate.
Can't outrun this.
Yeah, that does very good damage. I'm happy with
Call
that.
this the Iron Dragon.
You're flying. You are actually flying. You're dropping bombs while flying. Dude, you're the worst. You do have turrets. Oh, what the heck?
This is the part where you run.
Okay, you have a machine gun. This person has everything that you would think an engineer would have. Lasers, machine guns, turrets. Just slowly whittling her down though. This could be worse, I will say. Almost there. Walk into it. Ah, there we go.
Test results.
Nice.
Taste of knowledge.
Another merciless iron sword. I am forever living in the merciless iron sword age. It took me a long while to make it back to my castle, which immediately made me think that it's perhaps time to move on again. Once I made it back, I emptied my loot bag and looked over the last couple things I learned from the last couple of E-Bloods. I don't have enough radium alloy to make the ancestral forge. Oh, I didn't read the description before. Workstation used for restoring ancient shattered weapons. Oh, I need this. I need this very much. Despite the potential for advancement, I'm in a position where I can't do anything about it because I lacked proper resources to do so. Before I decided on whether or not to move, I took a trip to the iron mines nearby. At the very least, my furnaces should be kept busy, and while I'm not sure if I'm going to need iron for future crafting or not, it'll be better to have it just in case. I also killed both Krieg and Meredith again while here in hopes of some new knowledge books, but I got nothing worth mentioning. I did, however, find a knowledge book for Merciless Iron Mace, so I won't have to worry about struggling to upgrade my mining tool. I brought my inventory of iron ore back home to start smelting, and decided that I wanted to move my castle. I enjoy the prospect of being able to freely explore a new region without being penalized on having to run long distances, but I also really wanted to organize my castle in a better way, and finally make use of all the different floorings that I have. I took a moment to upgrade my axes and mace just in case I need them to be higher level, then ventured to the far north on horseback. I chose a spot just off center and in the southern part of Gloomrot, as I'm in hopes that this would be my last move and to be as close to equidistant as possible from everything else left to do. I placed down a castle relocation heart and got to work on clearing out trees and stone. While cutting down trees here, I learned what gloomwood trees look like, and there was a lot of them here. This turns out to benefit me greatly as gloomwood refines into planks and mutant grease. When I finally cleared out enough of the area to lay down a large space of castle flooring, I began moving structures to meet the requirements listed on the left side of the screen. Everything else that I don't place will simply transform into the resources and materials needed to make them, and go into the travel bags, which is exactly what I do. This creates a bit of chaos with everything being out in the open and not having a roof over my head, but I simply used the mist brazier to keep the sun at bay while I continued clearing the space of trees and stone. Once the floor plan was laid out, I started putting up walls, not forgetting to place windows as well to make the place look a little nicer. I used the newly learned wide castle entrance for all entrances, but I also ended up using it a lot inside to create wide walking paths between all the rooms that I make. It still counts for closing off rooms for the flooring crafting bonuses, which is, well, a big bonus. The process of moving everything and creating rooms took several days, being sure to include space for all crafting tables and refineries that I can make. Unfortunately, I had to pass up on a blood moon while I was in the middle of all this, so I didn't get to take advantage of the bonus stats it gives to take out any V-Bloods. I did, however, make an upstairs area, a special place for some special friends of mine. I made the front entrance at least a little less gloomy, and I even put in work to make a garden that's still functional, but not as bland as it previously was. By the time everything was finished, it was night 63. Alright, it's time for the grand tour. Keep in mind that I'm usually function over form, but I wanted to do something a little bit out of my usual here. I really enjoy the building in this game. So here we have the entrance. We got a couple of grassy horses. I like it. And we walk inside and you can see it's just a giant hallway that leads a bunch of different directions. To the left here is another entrance that leads in a different way. Over here we have the crypt where we have the throne, my stone coffin, and then my 5 servant coffins here. In this room here, this is the workshop. To the workshop we have the sawmill, the grinder, and the woodworking bench. Just next to that is the forge where we have all of our furnaces. This is the new thing that I learned from defeating the first Act 3 boss, the fabricator, which we'll get into in a little while. Simple workbench and our smithy, of course. At the back end here is just like an open room where we have the altar of Stygian awakening, the, my 4 chests, the mimic. I have stairs that go up. This is where the prison is. Just a nice little rooftop prison. Back down here you can see out back already. I made a nice little garden. It is functional still because I have all of my plants growing. I even planted a few trees. And then I made it nice and decorative too with a bunch of hedges and trellises and stuff as well. Definitely could have done better, I think, but I don't think it looks bad either. Back over this way, this is where the alchemy stuff goes. And over here is the tailoring room. Got rats walking everywhere because of the vermin nest. Over here we have the jeweler's chambers. Kind of small space for all these large tables, but it is what it is. And then in here is the library. I made the library rather spacious because I do know that there's one more thing called the Athenaeum, which I'm going to put right here. And that is my new castle. We now live in the far north. And doing that tour just reminded me that I do need a waygate. We can just put it right here. It's a good spot for it. To celebrate, I took a trip using the waygate to see if the market had any pistol knowledge books, and as luck would have it, they absolutely did not. I took some time to put in a bit of lighting to make things look a little nicer inside the castle. This game does offer a lot of great aesthetic that I've barely touched on. Now that my new home is all set up, I wanted some action. I marked Domina the Blade Dancer, the only other level 60 V-Blood, and went hunting. The Gloomrot area is quite gloomy, and also absolutely filled with mutants and a variety of humans that have different combat tactics than what I'm used to. This area will definitely start putting me to the test, starting with Rustlock Village. Oh, there's Domina. Very interesting design. I'm gonna have to take out all these other people first, though. Alright, I can explore more of this town after I take out Domina. Let's do this.
Do you want to play rough?
Oh yeah, bosses just straight up have more health in this area of the game. What are you doing? Try back off. She looks like she's gonna explode. She's just running. Get away from me. Oh, whoa, whoa. And there's dudes here. Oh no!
On your knees!
I'll take these heals. Thank you for changing spots with me, I guess. No! I hate that whip attack so much. Whoa, what the damages was that? Oh, she hurts. She hurts a lot. Get rid of you. Just keep kiting. Get some heals in here. Glad I was around the corner for that. Maybe I can sneak those on her. Kinda. Some good hits there. We ult. Finish the job. Yes. Oh, that was kinda crazy. Hey, yo. This little town had some pretty insane loot. Look, I have 50 silver coins. I got 3 knowledge books. Granted, I know all 3 of these already, but it's a good source of knowledge all the same. I got a bunch of different seeds, including Hell's Clarion and Plaguebriar. 236 mutant grease. That seems like a pretty substantial amount considering I just got here. And then 266 tech scrap. Yes, indeed. I'm a happy loot goblin. I ran home, this time not having to run even half as far as when my castle was located in the south, and put away all my hard-earned goods and did the usual upkeep. Okay. I have all these scrolls here. I could roll this like 3 times. Let's hope we get what I need. Crimson Templar chest guard, Blood Hunter leggings, and Merciless Iron longbow. Damn! Unfortunately, no Merciless Iron pistols. The quest for it seems never ending. Since I now know how to make an advanced grinder, I moved the old grinder over to the left and placed the new one next to it. The difference between these grinders is that the new one has more working space and a much faster production speed, but also has a recipe for spectral dust. I had nothing of the sorts to make any of that yet, however. Oh, see, I do need iron for this sludge-filled canister. Let me go ahead and get some of this made. I'm not sure how much I'm going to need, but I may as well make them. There we go. I forgot to use some Stygian shards to unlock more passive abilities earlier, so I did that now, unlocking Arcane Animator for a 15% chance to summon skeleton mages, and Blood Spray for 5% health leech on critical hits and 25% chance to spawn blood orbs on leeched targets. Without much else going on, I chased down the next V-Blood. Angram the Purifier offers a new armor set which clued me in on progression. Angram is located just to the north of where I fought Domina earlier, so it wasn't long before I got things underway. This is a wide open area. Pools of Rebirth. And the guy is very close. Oh, that must be him. Oh, he's enormous. He's wearing power armor. Let me try to clear out everyone else first. Alright, Angram. It is time. Let's do it. Do as much damage right out the gate as I can. What the? He has a barrier. That sucks. Very large barrier at that. He's already done so much damage to me. Oh, what the? Oh, my damages. I'm gonna back up. Oh, boy. Hey, guys. There's more men. Let me heal up a little bit here. Whoa. So much damage output. He healed up. Rather unfortunate, but the other guys interrupted me, so it is what it is. Alright, let's try again. Oh, he just punched me. Guess we're just keeping our distance here because he's just launching all sorts of chaos stuff at me. This is kind of nightmarish. Alright, after his barrier goes down, I'm going to use my ultimate. Alright, worth it. Oh god. Yep, the mutants are here. Oh boy. Oh my god. Just punched the hell out of me, brother. Oh, he's down. Oh. This guy's crazy too. I think all the bosses at this point are just nuts. We did it.
Feel stronger.
Right in the nick of time too. It's almost day. I defeated Angram just in time for the sun to rise. I stuck around for a couple of minutes to loot the area of any resources I could get my hands on, then left for home to see about that new armor set. Ooh, level 7. Dawnthorn. I need pristine leather for all of this. Pristine leather and silk. I don't think I've seen silk yet, let alone pristine leather. Yeah, I still have to unlock the recipe for that. My only path to level up my gear level now was to upgrade my weapon. I had a bunch of sludge-filled canisters ready for use, which are needed to make radium alloy, which I in turn need to make the Ancestral Forge. I put all 4 furnaces to work, splitting tech scrap, sulfur, and sludge-filled canisters between them to make as much radium alloy as quickly as possible. Within a minute, I had enough radium alloy to make the new Ancestral Forge. Ancestral Forge. Insert a shattered weapon to reforge. Let's go with Ominous Scythe, since that's what I've been using. Plug it in. Now I need 6 radium alloy and a greater blood essence and a merciless iron reaper. Okay, here we go. Reforge a shattered weapon at the Ancestral Forge. Nice. Boom, there it is. And it comes with the special blood infused thing where hits inflict leech. Hits with what specifically? Tendon Swing, which is my Q. Next upgrade is Dark Silver Reaper. How do I upgrade? Oh, I have to make a Dark Silver Reaper and then I can upgrade it with that. Gotcha. Northeast far away. Tier 3 Unholy Spell Point. Spider Form. silk, which is awesome. That's exactly what I need. The 2 extra gear levels are exactly what I needed to keep things rolling. I took my new scythe out for a spin to a whole new location, the Cursed Forest.
Oh, cursed forest, huh?
Sounds promising. Cursed wolves. Pristine hide. Well, I better collect as much of that as I can. Ooh, spiders. Unstable spiders. They explode. Being unstable makes me think, yep, they explode. Oh, Curse of the Forest debuff. This forest is cursed, it's easy to get lost in the mist. It's making my mini-map go misty too. Spiders drop silkworms. Write that down. What is this? Ghost crystal. Oh! There's a monster in the crystal. Oh, lots of spiders. In the spider cave. What the? That man just pop out of that egg sack? Silkworm. Need to collect these. There's a gold chest right there. Oh, a lot of silkworms. Nice. Duck's carpet collection. Oh, what is that? Brood mother. Gross. Oh god. Oh god, why? Angora the Spider Queen. Honestly, my biggest concern here is how many other spiders are going to spawn when I walk in here and start this fight. Here we go. Ah! Stop it! I've already taken a lot of damage. There's fields of acid everywhere. Oh god, oh god, oh god, I'm stuck. Oh god, no, 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 give me no, dude. There was so many. It's like the status quo for every video game spider boss. If there's one, there's a million. All right, we try again. Oof. Stay away from all this stuff. Here come the million spiders. Okay. Get out of there. Avoiding as many hits as I can. Take it nice and slow, nice and easy. Need to grab some healing. Alright, I'm going to do my combo and then use my ult. It should bring it down really low health. Oh, that's the stuff. Yes.
Yes.
And squish the spider. Nice. What is that? Is that an ancestral weapon shard? Sword shards. Yes, indeed. I didn't leave the cursed forest right away, as I wanted to try to find more pristine leather. I forgot about the curse of the forest, though, and soon enough, I was unable to use my map. Luckily, I had my bearings just as the curse took hold, otherwise, who knows how long I'd be lost. When you have 100 curse of the forest, you can't see anything. Alright, I'm pretty sure my left side is west. They got rid of the compass stuff here, so I'm just trying to play this with what I last saw. Oh yeah, we're actually getting out a little bit. It's not on the path, but we got out enough to know that we're on the right here. My loot bag was completely full by the time I made it home as usual, so it took a bit of time to offload everything. That's the one downside to my new castle. While it's nice having more space and everything getting the flooring bonuses, it takes extra time to put everything away in its place. I got silk production underway at the loom using cloth and silkworms I brought back, gathered the herbs from my garden, and finally decided to try my luck at the market to the south. I've been waiting so long to get the merciless iron pistols, and I've made sure to check in every so often, even though I've moved further away.
Have a look at my wares.
Finally, oh my god, pistols. merciless iron pistols at that. Finally, my quest for the merciless iron pistols is complete. I immediately ran home since I can't fast travel with books, used the book at the study, and got to crafting. Because I have regular iron pistols already made, so we just got to upgrade that. Then we have two different pistols here. We have black powder heaters and reflexive shooters. One's illusion infused, the other is chaos infused. I think we'll go black powder heaters just because that kind of fits my build a little better. There's our merciless iron pistols. And there's our black powder heaters. Finally. And before I go, what does it take to actually level up this Castle Heart? 12 radium alloy and a primal blood essence. I can do that. Bada boom.
I can now expand my castle. Recognize my power.
Dominate mount. Subdue a horse using dominate mount. Unlocks vampire horse saddle. Well, I've got a horse right here. I'm sorry ahead of time, little guy.
Welcome, creature
Ooh.
of the night.
Well, he looks awesome. Hell yeah.
Recognize my power.
Vampire horse saddle. 6 thick leather and 3 ingots. Fine saddle increases mount speed by 1 and acceleration by 1. Alright. There we go. Well, there we go. Just comes up in inventory here. Nice. I guess I should start using my horse more, huh? It's really too bad I don't have a cowboy hat to assert myself as a cowboy vampire. On night 69, I finally got to use pistols. Ben the Wanderer is up next on the list of V-Bloods, and defeating him teaches me how to make pristine leather as well as a nice cloak that grants immunity to the curse in the forest. When I made it to the outskirts of the forest, I left the horse behind in a spot I knew I'd find it, then got to hunting. I really like the pistol moveset because it allows me to have extra maneuverability, so I already have Wraith Spear, right? But with this as well, the explosive bullet, I get extra mobility. Watch. We could do this, and then a little bit of that. And I can do my regular dash, fire at him from afar, and then we have the knockback, so that way I can just keep things at range. It's really nice. It's a great kiting build. What the hell? Slime toad. What? Release Wisp? What does this do? Oh, it removes the curse. That's huge. That's really nice.
Oh, Benny boy.
Oh, there he is. Come here, man. Oh, we've got a runner. We've got a runner. Oh, I'm entangled. Oh, this frog. This toad.
I'm going to...
Oh, I'm entangled. The constant entanglement. No! Go away, dude. Let's use my ults. That's the stuff. No, come here.
The curse can't
No.
have me.
Yes. The constant running. That's so good. I love this weapon so much. The fight against Ben the Wanderer really shows how mobile this build is. Finding my way into the forest is easy, but getting out with a curse is tough. With how disoriented I was after chasing Ben around, I had no idea which way to go, but luckily the wisps cleared things up just long enough to regain a sense of direction. Since I now know the recipe for making pristine leather, I put the tannery to work on making it happen. Since it would take a long while to get all the pristine leather I need for the new armor set, I used the time to go explore more of the local area. I ended up at a place called Transcendum Mine, filled with all sorts of overly aggressive humans that are allergic to bullets, as well as massive veins of both copper and sulfur ore. Oh, that is a driller. Though I should be able to handle that. Ouch. 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 Right, so it just pounds the ground. Depleted battery can be charged with lightning. Actually, I wonder if I can utilize them in this way. If I get them to do the ground pound? Yeah, do that. Oh, it doesn't work. I'm sad. I couldn't destroy any of the ore veins here, or so I thought at the time, without explosives. So I made my way home to make some. I really just wanted to see how much ore these veins would give, and if it would be worth crafting explosives to destroy them from time to time. I made just one to start, went back and used it to find that it just wasn't enough. So then I went home and made 4 more, hoping that would be enough to get the job done. I had just enough pristine leather to craft a new armor set, so I put that together while making these explosives. As soon as I arrived at the mine, I ran past most of the enemies, taking out just a few nearby so I could get to blowing up the mine. Okay, we have 4 of these. Let's test how many it takes to destroy one of these massive nodes. Alright, that's 1, 2, 3. Am I doing this incorrectly? And that's my last one. I think I'm doing it incorrectly. There's no way that shouldn't work. All those whetstones and sulfur just gone to waste for 0 ore of any kind. But then I paid attention and read the words that come from the veins when you hit them. Hold on, it says bear form as well. I just realized. Bear form or explosives. Yeah, why weren't the explosives working, man? The one node gave me almost 500 though. That's pretty big. Yeah, it pays to pay attention. I'm still not sure how to effectively use explosives here, by the way. After this moment, I never bothered trying them again. I destroyed every large vein of copper and sulfur, mostly to recoup my losses, but I ended up walking away with far more than I used. This is a good place to return in the future should I need copper or sulfur again. I put all the newly gained ore in the furnaces to refine them and prepared myself for the next V-Blood. Falrot the Soul Taker. Kind of a cool name. Spectral Dust. Can I maybe name my horse? Is that a possibility? Oh, I can. What should the horse's name be? Ernie. Ernie the horse. It's a great name. A strong name. And he's earned it. I found an entire village in the cursed forest filled with ghosts and ghost crystal ready to be mined, so I tackled it all before taking on the boss. Okay, so if this boss is anything like the last few, he's going to be tough. So wish me luck. Okay. You have a giant shield. Not ideal. Banshees everywhere. Oh. Get away from me, man.
Time to take the reins!
Okay, so I need to not hit him when he does that, because if I do, then he gains that shield and summons all the Banshees. Never mind, he does that anyway. Good news is, these Banshees do have much reduced health. Oh my god. I don't think I'll never not fall for it. He's 1 HP, man. Oh, good. The lightning ball, man. Bless the lightning ball. Best skill I've found in the game. If it weren't for my maneuverability, I'd be absolutely dead against increasingly nuanced boss mechanics. Also, shout out to the cloak that prevents the curse. Absolute MVP in getting through the forest. When I made it home, I put all the ghost crystals in the advanced grinder alongside some scourge stones to get crafting spectral dust. I'm not sure what I'd be using it on at this point, but better to get started making it. Oh hey, the boys are back. Yeah, 51 scrolls is nice. Also the 28 wool thread. Billy, 800 of this sulfur, nice. Shadewalker boots. 60 oil and 50 scrolls, damn. Barkley bringing home the goods. I sent the boys back out again to gather more lower tier loot. I'm sure I'll have need of some of the stuff they gather at some point, so why not? The next couple of V-Bloods are both at level 64, and considering I'm 67, I should be able to handle them just fine. Gracefall Village in the Cursed Forest, a perfect name for a village full of werewolves, is where I find Wilfred the Village Elder. Hey, we've already out of this, man. It's like a whole village of werewolves. My gear is damaged. What do you mean? Oh, this is my first time realizing. I mean, I should have read, but yeah, they all have durability. I didn't even realize that my items had durability. Okay, well, I guess I have to worry about that when I leave here. Fighting these werewolves in close proximity is kind of painful. I think I've cleared all of them out now though, so we're good to take on the big guy, though daylight is happening soon, so that's a problem. You know what, I wonder, werewolves generally come out at nights, so maybe during the day this is a village of regular people? I'm not gonna find out.
I smell blood. I smell flesh.
Oh god, he's invisible. There's multiple of you. Why? Oh, hard strike? I don't know what that is, but I hate it. Oh, come on. Give me the orbs. I need these orbs. Wait, no. Are you healing? You heal by eating people. Classic. No. Stop healing! Let me just kill off these guys so he stops healing. No, none of this.
Let me have a taste.
Come on, just die, man. Oh, I'm so close to dying myself. Ball lightning once again. Holy. The heart strike thing caught me off guard. That did a lot of damage. 200 in a single hit. I made sure to loot the entire village before leaving on horseback as it's packed with loot. My next objective is to figure out how to repair equipment. You see, up to this point, I never had to worry about gear durability because I've been replacing gear faster than it can be worn down. In this case though, I've been using the amulet I'm wearing for a long time now, probably the single longest item I've used so far. The repair requires a few things which I can put together just fine, except for glass. I used up all of the quartz and glass I had previously to make sludge-filled canisters, so I had to venture out to the quartz quarry again. I wasted no time at all, eliminating enemies only as needed to clear a path to get to the quartz. Once everything here was mined out, I ran back home, which honestly isn't too far, and got to melting the quartz into glass. Now that I'm in full operational form once again, I went hunting for the next V-Blood. This time is Albert the Duke of Balaton, who turns out to be a toad. Considering this guy teaches me toad form, I'm assuming he's going to be a toad himself. There he is. Albert the Duke of Balaton. Oh boy, here goes nothing. Oh. Oh, not the mini toads. No, get me out of there. Hey, that kind of sucked. And he ate me again. This guy won't stop eating me. Get me away from this guy. Oh. I'm trying so hard to dodge the damage, but I'm just failing at it miserably. Oh. Stop trying to eat me, man. Get rid of these guys. No! Oh my god, he won't stop eating me. No! Get away from me. Oh. Stressing me out trying to eat me nonstop, dude. And now we're feeding on him instead. Even with all of my maneuverability, dodging the dude's attacks just wasn't working out for me. Dude didn't drop, like, anything. But we can become Toad now. Oh my god, I'm a Toad. Well, I guess the good news, since he didn't really drop anything important, we can just teleport home. Actually, you know what? I've got nothing else going on right now. We could take on the last boss of Act 3, Cyril the Cursed Smith. Teaches me an anvil. Workstation used for crafting of weapons. Oh, dark silver ingots. That's big. And advanced furnace. Yeah, let's find this guy. Cyril the Cursed Smith is also in the Cursed Forest, so I didn't need to go far to find him. However, he was in a cursed village filled with ghosts, so I had to fight my way through to get to him. There's the guy. Cyril the Cursed Smith. We might have some pretty good shade cover to just fight him here during the day. I'm gonna try.
Another corpse for the forge.
Oh, he just dodged all that damage. That sucks.
I do like the crunch.
Oh, what the? He has floating weapons.
Let me hammer out the kinks.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
I can create and
Oh, that sucks a lot, in fact. Get me out. Okay, I can kill the weapons, though it's a lot of effort to do so. Just need to take my time here. Grab the healing orbs where I can. Did he just resummon them? He did. Killed off one.
suffer with me.
Oh, I just did so much damage there. That was great. Oh, he's sitting still for a minute? Okay, that minute was very short-lived. From downtown. There it is.
How many deaths now?
Oh. I just really took my time with that one. Just focused on dodging everything and just poked him instead of trying to burst him down like I have been with a lot of bosses. It worked out pretty well.
Knowledge acquired.
Act 3 completed.
Hell yeah.
A mutant moose was attacking my castle when I got back, and after dealing with it, I organized all the loot I brought back home. Defeating Cyril gave me some new high-level crafting table knowledge, and since I already have everything needed to make them, I got to work. I had to move some things around and expand the forge area a little bit, but when it was done, I officially had an anvil. I also consolidated everything in the furnaces into just 2 of them and placed down an advanced furnace which not only boasts a much faster production speed, but the recipe to a whole new level of crafting. Done. Now what do we do here? Oh baby, a whole new layer of weapons. I'm gonna need to find some silver. And real soon. With the advanced furnace and anvil together, I can level up my gear to start taking on Act 4 bosses. I used some pristine leather and spectral dust to make the new bag I unlocked as well. Okay, let's see. Sir Magnus the Overseer. Oh, look at this, he's at the silver mines. This is perfect. Ooh, large storage stuff too. And Phantom's Veil. Sir Magnus is in the region to the west, a place called Silverlight Hills. As I made my way there, I unlocked 3 separate achievements, all pertaining to Gloomrot North, Silverlight Hills, and then venturing to all major regions. Well, based on how the map looks, I'm assuming that's the mines, so we need to head west. Pardon me, fellas, just gonna make my way through. Gonna lose some stuff on the way, of course, as I do. Ooh, those riflemen are gonna be a problem, I think. When I finally made it to the silver mines, I ran into a couple problems that dictate the passage of the next couple of days. Is this silver? It is. Oh, right, I'm gonna have to worry about how much I carry, because I'm gonna take damage. I'm already taking damage? Despite 400 silver carry immunity? Riflemen are going to be a problem. Okay, I got to drop the silver ore for now so I stop taking damage. This is invulnerable. Can we still smash it with bear form, maybe? Nope, just straight up invulnerable. Well, there's got to be a way in somewhere. Looks like maybe there's a path going up the right side, so let's go check that out. I'll leave that silver ore right there for now. It seems silver ore is much more potent than silver coins, giving me silver sickness for just mining 100 ore. There's also the problem of accessing the mine itself, which is when I had a couple of ideas. Do I still have that potion of silver immunity on me? I do. Let me drink that and see if that helps. Yeah. gonna have to start crafting those anytime I want to mine silver, I guess. Ah, this does go in. But once I'm in, there's no getting out. Lots of dudes to fight. What the heck? A slave master? That guy has far too much health. Man, even with that potion and my 400 immunity, I'm still being bogged down by damage from silver.
Replenish them.
Oh god. Drop some of this. I am dying so fast. 30? What is going on? Why am I taking so much damage? Out of blood. Oh my god. I didn't realize I was out of blood. That was so dumb. That was so dumb. Oh. I killed the slave master and now the slaves are running off attacking things. Yeah, rise up, brothers. Yeah. Yeah. I killed the slave masters and the slaves. Rise up. I could use this to my advantage. Now hold on. Can I get through there as rat form? I can. Use rat form and traverse through a small hole. I learned this from Dragon Age Origins. Doesn't really seem like there's much of value here, though. I'm gonna guess a bunch of crates and barrels I can destroy for loot. Yeah, otherwise there's just not much of value here. While I couldn't really find a purpose for the secret room, it wasn't a total loss as I got a bunch of loot from it. I got back to the task at hand, gathering silver ore and taking out the next boss. You know, based on how much damage all that silver does to me, I'm pretty sure I'm intended to take much smaller amounts and then leave, which kind of elongates the whole process. I'm gonna try to bring as much as I possibly can with me. I might have to do a lot of like pick up and drop, but I think if I can make one giant trip, it'll save me some time still. Oh, 68 per tick. Oof. Yeah, this isn't gonna work.
From my veins, I rejuvenate.
There's a bunch of guys here. I bet you I could free and they would run with me. Was that the boss? Sir Magnus the Overseer sure is. Yes, join me, brethren. Fight the oppressors. Let me heal up while you do that. Something tells me you guys are gonna die real fast.
Very well,
You guys get started, though.
I will put you in your place. For the light.
Oh, he has AoE. Yeah, he's gonna kill them so fast. Oh my god, I don't like that. Sir, that hurts.
Cash. My cause is just.
What the hell?
I like it chilly. Do you like snow cones?
No, actually, I don't. What the hell? Oh, there's actually more prisoners coming out to help me.
I hope you get the
There's
point.
so much ice. Magnus, you're kind of a jerk.
Watch your step.
Hope you know that. Ooh. More slaves?
A
More
cold end
slaves.
for a monster like you. You
Hit him.
will fall
Hit him.
like-
Good job, boys.
Light.
The boys carried me. Good job, lads. Now that I've dealt with Sir Magnus and opened the door to the silver mines, the next predicament is upon me. You see, I mine nearly all the silver ore from the mine, but carrying it all at once deals an immense amount of damage and fast. It seems the objective overall is to take smaller amounts and run home with it, but that just isn't me. I repeated the process over and over again, stopping to heal with blood mend whenever I need to. In the middle of all of this, I unluckily ran into Bane the Shadowblade, who just so happened to be the cloaked human on the path who nearly put a stop to my progress. I ended up stopping to use blood mend a total of 14 times after leaving the silver mine, but I made it home with 1,900 silver ore in a single trip. I brought home so much silver ore that I never have to mine it again in my playthrough. I set up the advanced furnace to smelt dark silver ingots, and I also made the new phantom veil for the increased defensive stats. I spent the rest of night 80 waiting on the silver, and as soon as the first 9 were ready, I made myself dark silver pistols to upgrade my black powder heaters. This upped my gear level to 70, granting me the power to take on a new tier of V-Bloods. I made some new axes and a mace as well to ensure I'd be able to mine and chop down any more advanced resources if they exist as well, costing me another 18 dark silver total. The next few V-Bloods all offer important things for advancing my gear even further, and since I had a weapon to try out, I left for Silverlight Hills once again. Baron du Bouchon the Sommelier is up first, whose defeat will allow me to make a higher level amulet. Go human mode.
Hey fellas, what's up? How you doing, huh? Nice weather we're having.
Those are grapes. I wonder if I can pick the grapes. I kind of want to pick the grapes. Let's do it. Can I get the grapes? I can. Sacred grapes at that. Not just any grapes, but they're sacred. Of course, the sun's not making this easy. Whoa! Random harpies attacking the town? What? That's kind of cool. Oh, there's so many harpies. Hold to access. Please give me a bunch of grapes. That would be amazing. Oh my god, it does. Okay, that is amazing. I'll be coming here for all my grape needs. I haven't seen the boss here yet, though. I'd imagine he's in this big building right next to me. 657 grapes and some grape seeds. Oh yeah, he is going to be down here, isn't he? What the hell's going on here? Baron, what are you doing?
It seems the guest has arrived.
Let me just... Oh my god, what the Donkey Kong is going on? I got crushed. Okay. Oh god. This is going to be a lot to manage. Maybe this isn't as bad as I thought.
Stop trying to hit me and just hit me.
I'm actually doing quite well here.
How's this?
I spoke too soon. The barrels changed direction on me. Ow. Oh. Don't do that. It's actually pretty easy. Slow going, but easy.
I do my best work.
Sweet. Oh. Well, easiest fight I've encountered in a while, but it came with a gimmick of dodging barrels. Not bad at all. Ancestral Mace. Potion of Rage. Despite the rolling barrels everywhere, this was by far the easiest boss fight in a long while. Instead of running all the way home, I figured it would be better time management to stick around and find another V-Blood to fight. I chose to hunt down Merowyn the Elementalist as she offers the knowledge to make greater jewels, which seems quite useful as at this point I found none for the abilities that I like to use. There you are, there's Merowyn. Let's begin.
I will cleanse Vardar, beginning with you!
Fireballs. Cool. Non-stop fireballs. Okay, you hurt a fair bit. I gotta be careful here. Oh no! And now you have a shield. What the shit? That's an even bigger fireball! No! Oh, that sucks, dude. Unfortunately, the barrage of spells overwhelmed me and took me out. By the time I made it back to Emberleaf Grove, the sun was up, which at first had me considering leaving. However, I noticed the trees to the side offered a great amount of shade and an opportunity to try this fight again. Use the ult. Oh, that has a much wider range than I thought. Whoa. I need the heals. Oh, right, she doubles up here. That should get the other one really close. There it goes. Just take my time, stay in the shadows where possible.
I will end you.
All right, the big fireball's back. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. This is not great for me. By not great, I mean actually terrible. By, like, awful. Let me just do a little bit of this. I don't know why this thing is moving so slowly, but it's gone now. No! Die, 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 die! Die! Oh my god. That was so close! Well, this boss definitely made up for the ease of the last one. Winning the fight after being at just a very low 12 health at one point had me reeling and in need of some time before taking on the next boss. I ran all the way home, arriving late on night 83. The Blood Merlot amulet is simple enough to make. All I had to do was make Blood Merlot from the blood of a prisoner plus 45 sacred grapes, then use that alongside 3 dark silver ingots and 9 radium alloy to craft. I figured now would be a good time to make some tier 3 jewels for my spells, but unfortunately I didn't have the ability to make flawless gems required for this yet. Sure enough, looking at the last level 70 V-Blood gives me this capability. Morian the Stormwing Matriarch is a harpy, so of course they reside in a harpy nest that I have to fight my way through. The sun rose while I was in the midst of doing so, and after taking a look at the arena in which I'd be fighting in, I chose to wait for the sun to set again before taking him on. Fight Morian the Stormwing Matriarch. Oh! Little zappy there. Oh good, friends. Ah, I hate it here. Let me just do a little bit of this. Oh god. Oh god, no. That was way too much damage. Oh, unfortunate, man. I think I'm dead here. No, I'm dead. There's no way. Morian's ability to go Beyblade mode, much like Octavian did earlier, caught me by surprise, and with the sheer number of projectiles everywhere, I got overwhelmed. I'm finding that's my weakness in this game, just being overwhelmed by large numbers of flying things. Now that I knew this would happen though, I knew I'd do much better. Okay, we try again. Oh, I'm getting hit by everything again. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Spin to win. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Okay, good dodges. We're good. We're good. Let me grab the heals. I'm gonna ult. Lay down as much damage as I can. Back off. There we go. Oh god, oh god. Try to use that to get through. Hell yeah, it worked out well. Die! Thank god. Get out of here, man. Splat. Sanguine Sword. Ooh. It seems the level 70 bosses have a knack for dropping knowledge books for the Athenaeum. While I couldn't make one yet, I figured saving up a few extra beforehand wasn't a bad idea, so on my way home I stopped by to pay the Sommelier a visit. Considering he's easier to fight than the other level 70 bosses, I could possibly pick up some future potential. Defeating him gave me a book for something called Witch Potion, another new recipe. As soon as I made it to the castle again, I made a couple tier 3 jewels for my spells. Recast Identity of the Orb early. Explosion deals 68% increased damage. The one I have on now does 80% increased damage. Knocks enemies back 2.4 meters when the orb explodes, so a little bit of displacement could be good. Increases nearby allies' movement speed by 10%. Let's make one for the Wraith Spear. Hitting a target affected by weaken grants you a shield absorbing 24% damage based on your spell power stacking up to 3 times. Inflicts a fading snare and enemies hit lasting 1.1 seconds and increases damage 16%. I'm already ready for the next tier of bosses, and the first of which offers access to the Athenaeum. I've been waiting for this for a while, so I left immediately to hunt down Henry Blackbrew, the Doctor. Oh, these things just... Oh my god, I could mine tech scrap this whole time? I had no idea. And depleted batteries are found here too. Sweet. Alright, let's do this thing.
My revenge is imminent.
Okay, yeah. The orbs are orbing. Let me just hit him with this real quick. No problem. Oh. Incapacitated. Oh.
Not magic, but fire.
None of that.
Me now.
Oh, so my clone can cause that to go off too. That's not great for me. I love how the ball lightning doesn't actually trigger those. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Dude, you're cheating. Stop it.
Try me now. The power of God at my fingers.
Oh, that was not smart.
I have ripped the lightning from the...
Got him. Hey, first try. Dreadplate boots and Maleficer Scholar chest guard. Nice. I set up the Athenaeum as soon as I could and used every book of knowledge I had stored away for it. I couldn't make a single thing that I researched here, however, as I didn't have the recipes for key ingredients unlocked yet. Modka the Curse Weaver does have a good start for us in this direction though, offering knowledge for ghost yarn as well as an advanced loom. She's lurking over in the Cursed Forest, so I grabbed my Shroud of the Forest to prevent the curse from building up and headed out for another hunt. Nest of the Curse Weaver. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh, you have mosquitoes here. Not great. Whoa! I'm a pig! Ow! Transformation curse. Nice. Oh, the mosquito is scaring me. There we go. And there's more mosquitoes. Perfect. I'm a pig again! Not my favorite thing. Everything hurts so much. No! No! Oh, these mosquitoes are the worst. Oh, good. More mosquitoes, no! Don't, oh my god, you healed, you son of a... Tell you what, let me pop this. Let's get a heal.
Sanguine regeneration.
I'm gonna drink this Brew of Ferocity as well. Don't think this would be so bad if it weren't for the mosquitoes. Oh, the sun, that's not good. Alright, some good heals. We take those. Let's use my ultimate ability here. Oh, she ruined me. I'm defenseless. I'm a defenseless swine. I think we're okay. I think we got this. Oh. Yeah, that went better. I'm sad I reset on accident, but a win's a win. Flying Lights, Sanguine Slashers. Certainly a unique battle, but all the same, I came out victorious. Before I left the forest, I stopped by a cursed village to the south to mine some more ghost crystals. I'm in need of more for silver production, and since I'm in the vicinity, I thought it best to make the most of the trip. I brought home over 900 ghost crystal with me, setting it up in the grinder to make dust. I turned in a couple more books at the Athenaeum and got to making the advanced loom. It offers all the same recipes as a regular loom, but with the bonus of a couple new ones as well. I got rid of the original loom to save on space since I'm already running out of it here, then put everything in the advanced loom to start production of ghost yarn. This is where I hit a bit of a progression wall. You see, I'm level 74 and the next few bosses are 77. I know only 2 recipes for the next tier of armor, and if I put either of them on, I'd lose the bonus gear level for the full set. Because of this, I'd only realistically gain 1 gear level, still leaving me 2 behind. I had a couple of things I could do to fix this. First, I could farm scrolls and tech scraps to then put in the paper press for schematics to randomly gain knowledge at the Athenaeum. Second, I can go explore the Silverlight Hills area and take out some bosses I fought earlier in hopes of good knowledge book drops. I opted for the latter as there's still the western side of the area I've not been to yet, and I want to see what was there. I used the waygate to put myself in the region and got to work. I started with a visit to Baron since he's a rather easy fight. He dropped a couple books, only one of which is gear related and currently uncraftable. After that, I ran over to Merowyn to take her out again, but she dropped no books at all, unfortunately. From there, I went west to see what I haven't discovered yet. It turns out there's an entire city here, with a trade district included. I went in disguised as a human, as the area works much like the merchant area to the south. There's a variety of soldiers here, including a light weaver. The merchants here are spread out in different buildings, and I found out that they only accept gold sun coins, which I've not yet seen. I can craft them, but I can't craft the gold ingots required yet. This is a potential avenue for progression, however, as the book merchant does offer books specifically for the Athenaeum. I accidentally removed my disguise as I planned on leaving, and half the city attacked me, leaving me with no choice but to fight back. Finding out the merchants here only accept gold sun coins gave me a thought though. Surely they can be found by defeating enemies and looting chests and houses, right? I just had to test this out as this could open up a third avenue for progression. Just as I was about to leave, the boys showed up with some more loot. Unfortunately, Bobby got injured, so I couldn't send him back out again, but the others I did. I bit a woman who had just eaten garlic soup. Okay, man, take a break. What? When I made it back to Silverlight Hills, I started raiding some army outposts to begin my search for gold sun coins. The enemies here are fierce and numerous, but with all of my area of effect attacks and spells, I'm able to take care of everything pretty well. The first 2 outposts didn't offer me any of the coins I'm after, but I was gaining a lot of schematics. Finally, after raiding 2 full outposts, I found the secret to getting gold sun coins. Ooh. Got some more from the cleric. So maybe the higher class of enemies are what drops these. If that's the case, maybe I just try going to the city and taking out every high tier enemy that I can and see if I can get some more gold sun coins going. At first, I found nothing useful except schematics and gold jewelry, as I wasn't finding any stronger types of soldier until I finally ran into a paladin. Oh god, there's a paladin here too. Let me just hit him with this. Oh yes, he does drop coins. Okay, yeah, I gotta kill the big enemies, the tough ones. I also found a book and a chest, which is nice, but nothing I can upgrade to yet. So far, I've been able to find gold sun coins on clerics, light weavers, paladins, and knights. I found 66 in total, so I walked over to the book vendor to see what he has for sale. Need 160 gold sun coins for literally any of them? Oh my god. A disappointing development, I forgot how expensive this city is. I'd be here for several days before being able to afford a single book, and with time running out before hitting 100 nights, I needed to push things forward. I made my way home, planning to use the schematics I gained during my recent raids. I did stop by to take out Baron du Bouchon again, but unfortunately he dropped nothing worth noting. It's not all bad, however, as on my way home I found a 96% rogue blood type human to dominate. This definitely makes the trip home take longer, but getting another high tier blood type is absolutely worth it. As I was running along the road, I found the highest level carriage I've seen yet, but with a 96% rogue with me, I couldn't do anything about it. I sneaked around so as to not aggro the convoy, but I absolutely will be back to take it out. I finished my run home, putting the rogue in a prison cell, throwing all my loot in a chest, and using my waygate to teleport to the west. You see, I saw the carriage moving from east to west, and considering its slow move speed, I should be able to cut it off on the main road here. I was both rewarded and punished for my hunch, as when I raided the carriage, I was met with an enemy I've not yet seen before. Oh god, oh what the? What? Exsanguinator? Slaughter Beast? Wasn't expecting a couple of high-level vampires. Yeah, we'll feed on this guy, why not? This guy's gonna be a problem. Oh, where'd you go? Feed! Okay, what's in the box? I mean, that's a nice find. 56 bat hide, that's new. Not sure if that was worth my efforts. While the carriage didn't offer anything immediately useful, I find it to be a fun event, so I was happy to do it. Back at the castle, I took a moment to organize the loot I threw in the chest earlier, learned a couple new things from the books I found, then gathered up all the schematics that I had. Well, we have 200 schematics we can roll with here. Let's see what we get. Grim Knight boots. Sanguine longbow. Unfortunate but not unexpected results. At this point, I was feeling a bit deflated as I wasn't sure I'd get any more advancement in time to do anything before hitting 100 nights. As Nights 92 rolled in, so did a Blood Moon. This gave me an idea. If you remember, Blood Moons give players a 20% buff on their blood type and 10% movement speed. While I'm a few gear levels behind the next tier, this gives me an opportunity to make the playing field a bit more level. Looking over the next few V-Bloods, one of them named Azrael the Sunbringer gives me the knowledge to make gold ingots, which is used in both recipes for crafting gold sun coins as well as the next tier of weapons, offering me the potential to advance much faster and break that barrier. I couldn't say no to this opportunity, so I made a plan. Azrael's description says he's the top of the Church of Luminance, which clues me into one thing. I'm going to need Holy Radiation Resistance. I made a Holy Resistance potion, which I easily upgraded to a Holy Resistance flask by using just 45 Sacred Grapes on the potion. With nothing more I could think of to prepare, I enacted my Hail Mary of a plan. Protected by a Paladin. Ow. Oh, I'm taking Holy Radiation. I gotta drink this. I'm glad I made that. Alright, Azrael. Kind of rushing into this. Let's do it.
Ill-advised, to say the least.
Oh boy. Oh! What the hell? This is not great.
Perhaps this is necessary.
Wait, you don't take damage when that thing is up? Oh, that's a nightmare for me. Oh. Oh my god, there's so much to manage. He just keeps summoning more clerics. Come on, bring him down nice and low. Ah, he keeps teleporting.
This is necessary. You can still surrender.
I gotta try to pop a heal again. Oh, no, 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 no. Ouch. Come on, just die, man. Oh my god, I did it. An incredibly close fight, but once I figured out how Azrael works, I was able to whittle him down. I found a nice tier 3 jewel for my dash ability, and of course the knowledge to make gold ingots. I ran home as fast as I could, not stopping for anything at all. I immediately threw every piece of gold jewelry in the furnace with some sulfur to start smelting them into gold ingots. With all the different books I've used at the Athenaeum thus far, I only had 2 choices for a higher tier weapon. Sword and slashers. I used sword a bit before and I could do with something new, so I decided to try out the slashers. While I definitely wanted to make some gold sun coins to purchase books in the city, I figured focusing my efforts on a guaranteed upgrade is the right move to start with. I had to start from scratch though, crafting both dark silver slashers and iron slashers to upgrade to merciless quality, then used that to fix the ancestral shards called whistling slicers I had stored away. I used the dark silver slashers to upgrade the whistling slicers to level 23, and in order to make sanguine slashers to upgrade them to level 26, I needed to craft more dark silver slashers. At this point, I've said the word slashers so many times, it's starting to sound weird to me, but I digress. As soon as the dark silver slashers were finished, I upgraded them to sanguine slashers using 9 gold ingots and a flawless amethyst. Then I was finally able to use them to upgrade the whistling slicers to level 26. Sweet. Now what do these bad boys do? Elusive strike. Dash back and forth, slashing at your enemies, dealing 70% physical damage, inflicting a 2-second fading snare on each hit. Ooh, interesting. And then camouflage. Enter a state of invisibility, increasing movement speed by 25% for 2.5 seconds. Your next primary attack deals 80% physical damage and incapacitates the enemies for 2 seconds. Using any skills breaks camouflage. Now that I have an upgrade that gets me through the progression barrier, I set up the fabricator to start my own counterfeiting enterprise. Using gold ingots and silver coins, I'm able to make my own gold sun coins to purchase goods in the city. While that was going, I wandered around my base to see if there's anything else I could do to make use of the time waiting, and I found that I can use irradiant gruel on a prisoner to upgrade the quality of their blood. It comes with a risk, however, a solid 35% chance to turn the human into a full-blown mutant. I think we try. Please don't become mutants. Oh, he's 98%. I should feed him another. We're so close to 100. This might be stupid. It might be dumb, but I feel like I have to try. No! No, dude! I'm so sad. I was so close to making a 100% rogue, but instead, I'm now going with 98% mutants. I learned several recipes for potions at the Athenaeum recently, and considering I had a lot of unused herbs, I decided to make them. I have Vampiric Brew that increases Spell Leech and Blood type efficiency, Potion of Rage that increases physical power, and Witch Potion which increases spell power. All of these crafts are pretty inexpensive, so I made sure to always have them on hand from this point on. After lots of waiting, I finally had enough Gold Sun coins to make a couple purchases, so off to the city I went on a shopping trip. Along the way, I made sure to acquaint myself with the Slasher's moveset so it doesn't feel foreign in tougher battles to come, and honestly, I love this weapon. It offers mobility, fast attack speed, and a little bit of crowd control. While testing the new weapon out, I looted a book for Grim Knight gloves, putting me a leg up on creating a new set of armor to advance my gear level. When I arrived at the city, I ended up having to fight a large amount of humans. I'm not sure what happened, but the population of soldiers seemed to double since last time I was here and created a difficult circumstance. I ran into a 100% worker and opted to feed on it instead of bringing it home. I just didn't have the patience at the time as my mind was set on making it to the book salesman. Excuse me, sir. I'm here to peruse the shop. Okay, so we got Grim Knight gloves right here, and there's Grim Knight leggings. I'm gonna go ahead and buy the leggings. I might know another part already, but at the very minimal, we can make that chest guard. I think we just leave it at that because I don't want to overinvest on things I'm not going to use when my coins are limited right now. I also ran into another carriage on my way home, unleashing a couple more Draculans and having to defeat them. I found a new material called Bat Hide in a book for Dreadplate chest guard, then made my way home to get crafting new armor. I used 24 ghost yarn and 4 primal blood essences on top of my Dawnthorn armor set to craft Grim Knight leggings, gloves, and boots, and then the Dreadplate chest guard. The Grim Knight pieces go great with my weapon, offering increased weapon attack speed and weapon skill life leech, giving me better sustain. Since I'll be wearing 3 pieces from this set, I also get increased physical and spell power as well as a bonus 100 health. The Dreadplate chest guard gives me a little bit of physical power and damage reduction, and while it isn't part of the Grim Knight set, it's worth it alone for the extra gear level. There's still 2 other level 77 V-Bloods that I have to fight, Terraclaw the Ogre being the first of them. This guy isn't located anywhere to the north or west like most bosses I've fought recently, but rather in a frozen cave in the Hollowed Mountains area to the east. Once I found him, I buffed up using my 3 new potions and went in for the kill. And let's get going. I think it was a pretty good opening salvo. Oh my god, there's just stuff everywhere. Oh, jeez. I wasn't ready for that. Oh. He uses those as missiles. That's kind of cool, actually. Walk this way, friend. Oh, good dodges. Where are you going? 200? Oh my god, that was a mistake. Have this. Yeah, first try. Terror Claw dropped very little of value aside from gold jewelry, but I did learn how to make the advanced tannery. I opted to leave the jewelry behind, however, as running all the way back home from here seemed pretty counterproductive given how much time I have left to make it as far as I can. After reading over the next V-Blood description, I went straight to the Waygate and teleported to Gloomrot North to seek him out. This time I'm hunting down Voltatia, the Power Master, the right-hand man of Dr. Henry Blackbrew, who I've already defeated. When I arrived to the location, it was storming with lightning bolts striking the ground nearby. I made sure to fight the enemies and loot things nearby, as I've really not done much of that in this region as of yet. I found a good amount of tech scrap, mutant grease, and a few depleted batteries, all of which will be used quite soon. Okay, here goes nothing.
An intruder. I'll deal with you myself.
Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, he has like a... Oh, he has a laser beam. Didn't get to finish my other sentence.
Guard, get over here.
Get rid of these fools. Oh, not the lasers. Not the lasers. Let me out. Let's hit him with the alt. Now what's he doing? Oh, there's two of you. Lovely.
I hope you like extra free.
Oh! Let me out of there. Not the orbs. I hate that there's two of you. I'm not gonna lie. I hate that there's two of you right now.
Air is electric.
Yeah, it is. Oh, my lasers. Not more lasers, dude. No. Come on, dude.
Get over here and help.
Did I get him? I got him!
Stop here.
So much happened so quickly, that fight was insane. Voltatia is a really cool boss despite what I said in the moment. One of my favorites from this entire game. They taught me how to make power cores, which is going to be quite handy soon as well. I set up the advanced tannery when I made it home, opting to get rid of the regular tannery altogether since space is limited now. This tannery boasts much faster production speed but also has the capability to craft bat leather. I can't do anything with this yet though, as I don't know the recipe. Now that I can make power cores, I had a new task on my hands. Power cores allow me to make a new level of amulets to increase my gear level, but I had no idea on how to make charged batteries. Through the power of critical thinking, I was able to extrapolate that I must be able to charge the depleted batteries in Gloomrot North since it's where I found them and the lightning strikes are constantly happening. I grabbed up all the depleted batteries I've found so far and used the Waygate to put myself in Gloomrot North. This spot here says it has electricity, so let's go there and look. The Gatler has a hard time turning around. That's awesome. When it's firing, it can't turn very well. Well, these things are attracting lightning. Yes, charge batteries. Ooh, okay. Just charge those bad boys right up. There's a total of 3 stations to charge batteries here, so I made sure to use them all. You can only use them when you have 10 depleted batteries, however, so I did have to go find a few more to use the last one. I got them at Transcend the Power Plant just to the north by defeating a Gatler and Lightning Protector. On my way home, I found a Flesh Golem, the first time I'm seeing this enemy despite my time fighting mutants in general. I set the Fabricator to craft power cores using the charged batteries I brought home with Iridium Alloy. It took a bit of time, so to stave off boredom, I used a bunch of paper at the research desk to finish off the entire table, gaining an achievement. There's achievements for doing this with the study and Athenaeum as well, but that takes a lot more considering they use scrolls and schematics. Finally, the power cores were done and I could make a new amulet. I chose the Amulet of the Blade Master since it grants more weapon attack speed, putting me up to a big 83 gear level. The legendary Simon Belmont is the next boss. While he doesn't offer anything of value for knowledge, I wasn't passing up the fights. I found him strolling around far to the south for some reason and ambushed him. Mr. Simon Belmont.
Show you the might of the House Belmont.
Oh.
Destroy destroy the enemies of good.
Oh boy.
Monster can escape.
He's got the
your
whips, he's
dark-
got the crosses. He's got your typical Simon Belmont stuff. It's kind of scary.
Your reign ends here. The Belmont's wrath is
Hey,
unstoppable.
what the hell is this? We pop a heal while I'm doing this. Get out of here, man. You too, get out of here. I don't want to hit him while he's doing this because I'll have to go inside of that. And I can plant this right on him so that way when it's gone, he gets
Belmont
hit.
name, I will
That was
vanquish
insane.
Those creatures
Oh, this is not good. Oh, this is not good at all.
evil dies today.
Wait, where'd he go? There you are. Go invisible for a moment here. Get a hit. Dash in and out. I don't like that stun at all, man.
Trembles under a Belmont.
That felt good. Simon Belmont is insane. Enough time has passed where the merchants in the city will have changed their stock, so I grabbed up as much gold sun coins as I could carry without taking damage from silver sickness to go take a look. I had to fight my way into the city again, but it turned out to be worth the effort. Ooh, Grim Knight chest guard is here. Oh, may as well grab that. I also purchased the Maleficer Scholar leggings since I already know the boots and chest guard of the same set. Crafting the Grim Knight chest guard will grant me the final set bonus of an additional gear level, but in order to do so, I had to make another Dawnthorn chest guard first. I'm just glad that I hoard every resource that I can because otherwise I'd be creating a lot more work for myself. Now at gear level 84, I was at advantage for taking on the next tier of V-Bloods. I chose my next target to be Lord Styx the Knight Champion, since it says he's already nearby at my castle. It turns out he's positioned at Dracula's Demise, a location just to the west. Upon arrival, I found a large amount of Draculans here, as well as a dragon that bombs the area with chaos fire. Holy! Ooh, I can mine this. Blood crystal. Though, dragon raining hell on me isn't exactly making this easy. And look at the shadow of that guy. He's huge. Oh, there's Lord Styx. Is he gonna rain fire on me while I'm fighting Lord Styx? Alright, let's buff up and take this guy on. Oh, I'm trying to buff up, Mr. Dragon. Alright, let's do this thing.
All about Dracula. Perish.
Oh, got bats going everywhere.
This is Bloodmaster.
Oh my god, hey. Oh, I hate that attack so much. Cheeky heal, cheeky heal. Where are you? Oh!
Etched in the shadows.
Oh no.
To the everlasting.
Okay, hide behind the rock again. Good stuff. I still took a hit, but whatever. Where'd you go? I'm taking the healing orbs. Oh, he's coming in hot. Gargoyles. You aren't the guy. That still hits me. That's sad. Get out of here. Hide behind a rock. Oh. Oh, not a charm. No, that's illegal. Get me out of here. Oh, charmed again. That is just... That... Oh, man. That is massively unfortunate. Oh, oh no, no, no.
Bow to the everlasting night.
No. Heal. Heal, heal, heal. I'm going invisible for a second. That's not helping me. Heal.
Your fate is etched in the shadows.
Get out of there. Go back. Good dodges.
I fight for the will.
Hit that on him. Blow it up. Yeah.
You will
Oh
never
my god. The desperation in my every move. The pressure this guy applies is just overwhelming. An incredibly tough fight. I only came out on top because of positioning myself behind rocks to avoid attacks and sneaking in healing where I could. I walked around the area to mine the rest of the blood crystals that I could find and made the short run home. Night 100. The final night is upon us. I wasn't sure what the blood crystals are used for, but I soon found out they're used to craft the blood key that I just learned from Lord Styx, which is both an amulet and a key granting access to Dracula's castle. I need 3 onyx tears for this, however, knowledge that I just learned as well that requires gold ingots and power cores. I have no more gold jewelry to make ingots, however, so I'm unable to get this going in time to make the new amulets. All is not lost, however, as a level 80 Rift incursion event is happening, something I haven't done yet. Being level 80, they surely offer higher tier loot than the level 57 variants. I left my castle for the ruins of Mortium once again to see what I could do in the limited time left. The enemies for level 80 Rift incursions are much stronger, nearly killing me several times. Destroying the crystals grants me greater Stygian shards, which means I finally have a way to steadily earn them. The biggest hero of my build now is the leech I get from using my weapon skills, giving me just enough health on return to sustain through the tough battles. Completing the Rift incursion apparently granted me bonus time to continue the event, so I ventured to the next area to take a stab at it again. Who is... Oh, is that the guy that throws the ice? Oh boy. Oh, pain. 30 seconds. Not the freeze. Get me out, get me out, get me out, get me out, get me out. Where'd he go? There he is. Hit him with a little bit of that. I'm frozen. Not great. Come on, we're so close. We're so close. Yes. Oh, that just knocked me out of it. That just made me fail. No. I was right there. Unfortunately, I was denied at the very last second due to being stunned by falling ice. While I didn't gain anything unique here, knowing that I can take these events on can lead to some interesting abilities and gear in the future should I play more. I hope you enjoyed my 100 Nights of V Rising video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and maybe even subscribe. It means the world to me. Be sure to check out some more of my channel like 100 Days of Subnautica or 100 Days of Valheim.